good beat though. It's a flow beat. It's a flow beat, man. Off top. How long was this beat? Yo, see, I got me on here as a guest. So, yo, I'm a flow. Yo, oh, turn that up a little bit. Off the top, yo. It's like I'm living in my mom's house, sleeping in my mom's couch, listening to a scream. Get a real job or get out. All you do is daydream, write rhymes, eat and sleep. So to get something to eat, my recipe became the street. Yo, but peep, I never done no stick up, kid. I love my freedom too much to do some 5-year bid. So I gotta live, ain't got my record deal yet. So I'm off to get the cream before my son calls some other nigga dad. Never that, I got too much pride for that. So I'm off to get the cream, so I still keep my dream for making music. For now I got to pump the gasoline. I'm striving to be big, more bigger than Willie. Sitting in smoke-filled rooms, passing the Philly. Trying to get the Lex and priority checks. Put some rings on my fingers and some diamonds on my girl's neck. Now can I flex without slipping in the evil? 5-0, can't believe it that I did this shit all legal. What's good?
Shout out to all my barbers. Shout out to all my stylists with beards and bald heads. And we got the man of the hour who just went off top with the dope bars. My man DJ Norm. We need the special things where we can go like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
No doubt. Turn this down.
Everybody mic on, we good?
Yeah, but where that feedback coming from?
Right here. I'm trying to cut it off right now. I got you, right here.
Yo. Once again, shout out to my barber, shout out to all my stylists with beards and bald heads. We coming again. If y'all heard that dope rhyme, that's DJ Storm and Norman getting busy. Our special guest for tonight, celebrating 10 years. BKS1. It's our last show for the year. Just let everybody know we're gonna be rocking out.
Show?
Huh? 10 years. 10 years. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that 10 years. That's a diamond right there. Got the flyers guy I know to the left of me. Watch this one right here. Y'all know. Look, cause y'all don't see his feet. Yeah, it took the. Got my cousin Dion to the left on the side. Jay, no face, no case. Over here, Tania always in the cut. Looking fly over there with the camo, Tania. G in the cut over there. And got soup on the boards in the back. Yo, we just came off a holiday party. If everybody who went there, a lot of great talent. Who owns the mic? Had my girl Abyss was in the building.
Did a thing.
Got busy. What's my man? Who was that? Carly? Steven.
Oh, Steve Lavelle.
Steve Lavelle was dope. Queen B was dope with the poetry. Getting busy. This guy right here. Ready to have some fun on?
Do it, man.
This music got you real chill. It seems like you just ready to go in with some more bars.
Bro, I'm not used to being interviewed, so I mean, hey, let's do it.
It's an honor. It's an honor right here. Let's start from the top. When I mean let's start from the top, what I just found out is how you began. Because right now, everyone can't see. I come here every week. This is a fly studio right here. Nice space, got the dope boards, got a waiting room on the other side, like got a whole nother compartment if you got nice rhymes, got a studio, a lot of space. It didn't start like that. Let's talk about this room right here.
Wow, okay. So the room that you're looking at right now is like 8 by 10, an 8 by 10 room. In my house, and it was just a little small bedroom and everything. And initially it wasn't no video, like you could see us on this show now. It was just straight up audio. We was using something called Blog Talk Radio.
Okay.
So, and this is 2008. The picture you're looking at right now is 2008, and it was just me, and everybody you see in there is people I grew up with. And I wanted to start something called Best Kept Secrets Radio. And the reason why I called it Best Kept Secret, because people really don't know a lot about me, my history, and my team. They don't know I've done a lot of things, and I've heard a lot of people say, "Dad, I didn't know you did that. I didn't know you did that. You the best kept secret." So, and then also too, we had a label, and I was like, "There's so many people out there that's talented from Jersey, from New York, whatever. I want to start a record label, and with a lot of talented people that people don't know nothing about, I want to call it Best Kept Secret. They the best kept secret,
No doubt.
and that's how the whole name started with Best Kept Secrets Radio. And again, that room you see, we had a little setup and four little mics, and it was just straight up audio.
You know, the other night we at the party, and you know, when I get groovy and I get excited about stuff, I get real passionate. And you were 88, dude. And when I say 88, it's a special number. When I look at a lot of things, when I look at hip hop, when I look at the way the streets were, could have went a whole lot of different directions. You chose in 08. How many years is that later? I'm not gonna mad. That's what he is here for.
Right.
You done got the wrong one.
20 years. Now we got a journey that's gonna get to there. You redefine the cool. A lot of people wasn't trying to go out on a limb and say, okay, I'm gonna do this and focus on a radio station, an internet radio at that. It was unheard of. Right now we got all types of
Right. Absolutely.
podcasts and this and that. But you believed in yourself, said, I'm gonna do this. Somebody said, yo, you're stupid, you're bugging, you're crazy,
A lot of people.
you're wilding. What are you talking about? I don't get it. But you believed in yourself,
Okay.
and stuck to it. Let's talk about it.
When I first decided to do it, and the crazy thing about it, man, I really got tired of, because I was a producer and a label dude, because we had our own label, we would try to take records to like Hot 97 to, you know, BLS, this, that, whatever, and try to get our artists played. And, you know, radio days, whatever, it was hard. It was hard. Either you slip in a DJ some money on the side to get your record played or whatever, you know, or you got to kiss mad ass or whatever. And anybody that know me, I keep it 100. I don't kiss nobody's ass.
Sure.
So, and that's my partner too. So it's just like, dang, you know what? I saw how technology was changing. I said, let's start our own radio thing. Let's start our own platform. Whereas people don't, it ain't got to be so hard for people to get their record exposed. So I said, let's do this. Let's take advantage of what's happening with this technology. So 2008, you know, the technology was totally different. So I researched, and they did have this thing called Blog Talk Radio, and I was like, yo, we about to get it, because the thing we had in our favor, I had resources. I knew certain celebrities and people in the entertainment game already, because I was a producer.
We won't get to that.
So yeah, so basically I said, you know what? So like our first interview, I think Soups was what? Who? Angie Stone was our first.
You get Angie Stone for your first interview.
First interview was Angie Stone, and I'm gonna tell you, here's real talk. I just reached out to her on Facebook. This in 2008, Facebook was really popping. I reached out to her on Facebook. Angie, I got a radio station, blah blah blah. I know you got new music out. We would like to have you on our show. Real talk. I didn't expect no response. Angie hit right back. Was like, what time? Let's go. Let's do this. Angie Stone was our first interview. So I got so much love and respect for her. And like, it's funny, I ran into her years later out in Atlanta, and she remembered the interview. She gave me another live interview on video again. But that was our first interview. And I said, you know what, we on to something. And then I had Kim Osorio from The Source. So a lot of people don't remember The Source magazine. She was the head, one of the heads over at The Source. She gave me an interview. Then we had MC Shan, and then everybody just started giving us, and every week we had a hot interview on our show. And this is when we was just audio, no video.
Just audio.
Before I discovered Ustream, because the first person that put me on the Ustream actually was E-Mazin. Put me on. He's like, yo, they got a platform, a video platform.
That's family
whatever.
right there. Shout out to E-Mazin.
E-Mazin was like, Storm, he was like, y'all doing dope with the audio, but give it a visual, whatever. And this real talk. And then I was like, okay, I checked it out. I saw the numbers and how it was working. And so then we moved from my little bedroom to my dining room. And then our dining room was BKS1 Radio. And we had, when I tell you, every time we did a show, like we had an actual studio audience in my house. because it was so new then and a lot of people wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
So everybody from the block and from the hood was coming up into the house. We was cooking for them, everything. It was a full-fledged show, and it was just the vocal booth. We only had one radio show when we first started. It was live in the vocal booth at first.
Who was the host for Live with the Vocal?
Me, Soups, Kaya, which Kaya back then ran the website. She built the website. She's in Chicago now. P, Chill, Tyrone Harmon.
A lot of the same fam you still got now.
Yeah, who am I missing, Soups? Jeff. Yeah, Short Fuse. So that was the initial crew. It was live in the vocal booth. One show on BKS1 Radio.
The fact that y'all, because this 10 years later,
Mm-hmm.
and I was thinking of a lot of movies that just made me think about how it can get real foul once money comes into play. I was thinking about movies like 5 Heartbeats.
Right.
And when they start as friends, y'all have a dream. Everyone doesn't stick to it. The same people that you mostly talked about then, they were just at that party the other day.
Yes.
10 years later.
Absolutely.
How did y'all keep that glue, that respect? Because I know it was a million and trillion arguments in between that time.
It was.
Why we laughing so hard over there? So
because you know why I'm laughing? Because he only said 1 trillion. Can we double that? What's after 1 trillion? But no, there was a lot of arguments. Because you know why? Because I'm gonna tell you right this. I'm gonna keep it 100. So, you know, my man can have a vision. You can have a vision. You can have a vision. Whatever. So when you put other people into the mix, right? Everybody wants to bring sort of their vision into your vision, you know. And my thing is, what I had on my side though, with that, what I had on my side is that everybody knew what I was capable of, talent wise.
Okay.
So mainly Soups, because Soups used to roll with me as sort of like my manager. Soups used to really be my manager in a lot of ways, you know. So we've been through a lot of circles together, and you know, I think what kept us together, because Chill I knew from back in the day when I was rapping. Pierre, me and him was genuinely friends. You know, we grew to be great friends. We started as friends. Soups, we were friends. Jeff is my cousin. Kaya is her niece, Soup's niece. So it just all worked out. But we had arguments because people sometimes, I was vested in this as far as the technology, where it was going, whatever. So a lot of stuff I knew they was trying to learn. A lot of stuff I knew already was trying to learn. So some things they didn't understand. And so back then I used to be very abrupt as far as how I wanted things. Right? And this is the truth. I want it to be this way. No, but Norm, let's put blue here. No, I said I wanted it to be red, and it should look like this. It should sound like this, and whatever. Like, and we would fight over stuff like that. But what kept us together, because I think everybody really believed in what I initially wanted to do. Everybody believed in it. And this is why the same ones are still here this day. We've seen a lot of people come and go, bro. A lot of people come and go. And if you believe in something, you have to stick with your vision, because, I mean, not for nothing, we've seen a lot of people that came here and went and learned from what we were doing and started their own station. Some of them failed. Some of them are still doing it. Some of them pay homage. Like, you know, shout out to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio. They started here. The dude that's running
all the battle raps.
15 Minutes of
I
Fame.
didn't know that.
They started here. Shout out to Time to Grind. Seb started here. Rebel Squad Radio. He'll tell you he learned a lot of what they're doing from here. And he got on stage and said that, and I was shocked. And that's why I got a lot of respect for the brother, because a lot of people will try to shine and act like they thought of this, they thought of that. It's all him. He got up at a Riff concert and on stage and said it. Like, if it wasn't for this man, whatever, like that. So my whole thing is, like, we were on the cutting edge of this when online radio was just getting started. And the only other ones that was really doing it was DTF in New York.
I know DTF.
But as far as Jersey, like, we did it to a level where, and no disrespect to anybody in the game that's doing it or whatever like that. When people get into this whole competition, well, we're better. How many online radio stations in Jersey is getting city contracts? And I'm gonna leave it right there. Getting $15,000, $20,000 city
Talk about it.
contracts. So everybody ain't doing that. So there's a whole back line to there's a method to the madness of why we do what we do, why we still doing what we do.
Absolutely.
And I know you got a question.
No, look. This talk.
Yeah,
talk.
no, but
because I'm gonna tell you, you have such an amazing story to me when we chop it up, and I'm like, damn, does anybody else know? Like, for real, no. And I don't think a lot of people do. And I'm like, I got the inside, and when I look at a genius, I salute my people. I salute my people, and I honor them into their face because I respect it. I can't say anybody else who was doing this where I'm from. You know, we
right.
I was gonna branch into it later. Like, we're hip hop guys, and a lot of times you look at the boroughs, you look at the Bronx, and
Right.
you say, okay, Fat Joe grew up with Lord Finesse, and,
Yes.
and they grew up with Diamond D and this one and that one.
Right.
That's what they had in the Bronx. Then you go to Queens, you got the whole Hollis crew and all those people that were doing the hip hop thing over there.
Right.
Well, I'm from Plainfield, New Jersey, and everywhere I go, I rep Plainfield to the fullest. And I have some super dope, talented people in all types of facets from Plainfield who go out, who went out across the water and proved themselves across the water, who did amazing things, and sometimes they don't get their just due. And when they're around their own people in Plainfield, they can look at you and they might say, well, he's in the same store as me. He ain't do nothing special. And I'm like, nah, that man right there, there's some special things. And we're going to talk about some of those special things you have done.
Okay.
Like, it was this group right here that talks, before we get into that. Yo, D, remember we was down there, Pin Relays, I want to say 95.
95 Pin Relays.
Is your mic on?
Check. Yeah, it's on. It's on.
Yeah. 95 Pin Relays. We out in Philly. And we all got our boom boxes and everything. Getting busy.
Discman.
Got the Discmans. That y'all had a little bit more money. So it was this one song that was pumping real hard. And it was a big song. I think it was like my Doo-Wop Live 95 tape. Any of y'all who got, and the song Big started with like, give me all the chicken heads from Pasadena to Medina. Let Big get in between you. Peep the pride. No, remember that song? Who song was that?
Biggs. Total.
The Total joint.
Can't you see?
It
Can't
was
you-
actually on the New Jersey Drive soundtrack.
Yes.
Then he had a fact just now. It was on the New Jersey Drive soundtrack. That was the one. Thank you, T. Now, dope group. It's a backstory to them. Some people just think they came like voila with Puff. Let's get into that.
All right, Total. So basically, Pam Long. Shout out to Pam Long. Pam was actually brought to me by a good friend of mine. At the time, we still friends, man. We still rock out. I mean, life put us in different areas, but shout out to Alex Kennedy. Pam lived in Alex's neighborhood. My dude knew I was producing and I write songs and everything. It's like, yo, this girl, you know, she could sing, she got talent, blah, 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 blah. Brought her up to my studio. So initially I was working with Pam as a solo artist. So I got to a point I was like, she need a group, whatever. Then Tony Hustle, he a musician. There's a group called The Family from Plainfield.
Shout out to the
Tony
family.
with the prayers and everything. So actually Tony, I was down by Kennedy Chicken in Red Tower because I don't want to leave nothing out. And I was walking and then Tony was like, yo, Norm, yo, I got this group. These two girls, they trying to get into it, whatever. I know you got the studio, whatever. The name is Keisha and Kima. They try and do a little something. Check out their demo, whatever, right? So they had this little demo and they was singing Mary J. Blige songs.
What year was it?
And I was like, oh man, geesh. I'm not sure.
Probably like
But
around 92 maybe?
I'll say like 2 years before Can't You See.
Okay, probably
years
like
or 3 years before Can't You See. Yeah, it came out. And so I heard it. They were singing some Mary J. Blige songs. I was like, oh, they cute. Yeah, all right. And but Tony don't bring me no BS.
No doubt.
So I was like, all right, come up. I'm gonna introduce him to Pam and the whole nine, whatever. And at the time, I was working a whole bunch of different people, but I really believed in Pam. I saw the talent in Pam. So when they got together, and I tried them out, whatever, like that, they had a unique sound. But initially, Pam really didn't like Kima and Keisha. Like again, so we talking, so I'm keeping 100. And this was in the beginning, and I don't think none of them would deny it. So I'm not really, you know, they didn't really like each other like that. So we started working together. I started writing songs. I started producing tracks for him or whatever. It was coming together. But then at the time, I was dealing with this chick named Pam, another chick named Pam. Right, so I put her in the group. She was from East Orange, and I had Rebecca Brazil, which is Eddie Hazel from the Parliament Funkadelics' daughter. I put her in the group. So initially, total was 4. It was initially 5 girls. Right. So
working with 4 or 5 girls in one.
So my ex dropped, like, me and Pam felt my girlfriend. We broke up. So boom, she wasn't in the group no more. So it was Pam, Keisha, Keema, and Rebecca.
Hold, your girlfriend was in the group?
That was the other Pam.
That was the other Pam.
That
was the other
Pam. Yes.
Okay.
So then Pam was out. Rebecca was in. Now Rebecca, no, I'm not going to front. She could sing like Mariah Carey. She was dope, whatever. But she was like, yo, I'm good. I really don't need. Damn, I need to be a solo artist. You need to be working with me solo, whatever. So it was that little tension, whatever. So then it basically kind of dropped off a little bit with Rebecca showing up and whatever. So it was me, Keema. It was me, Pam, Keema, and Keisha. Did a song called Just a Freak of Me, Dangerous Relationships, a few other songs, whatever. And the rest was history. A good friend of mine named Win Wilford, which was also my manager at the time, which my man Moon hooked me up with, had all the industry connections, hooked me up with Sylvia Rohn. Sylvia Rohn is huge in the industry.
I used to intern at Electric.
Yeah, so
She
had me nervous.
So hooked me up with like, Norm, I got this meeting for you, bruh. You know, you need to be at this meeting. Bring the girl group, this and that. Bring the demo, the master, whatever. And I got this meeting set up. So I got the meeting set up. It was in New York. I was waiting for the girl. We was all supposed to roll over together. I never heard from him. I didn't hear back from him. Right? So all they knew was that the meeting was with Electra. They didn't know who it was, blah, 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 blah. Didn't hear back from him. I'm like, yo, why the girls didn't show up?
Not one of them.
None of them, like, what's up? So I'm like, where they at? I got a call. It's a small world. And I knew a lot of cats. So I got a call from an engineer by the name of Jason. His name was Jason. I'll leave his last name out, but his name was Jason. He hit me up. He worked at Eddie F studio. Eddie F is down
Heavy D.
Heavy D, the whole 9. That's in Clouston, New Jersey. That was in Clouston, New Jersey. Dude calls me up and says, Storm, yo, like, no, ain't you working with a group called Total Opposites? That's what I named them.
Total Opposites.
Total Opposites. Ain't you working with a group called Total Opposites? And I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, they up in here talking to this dude named Sean Combs and with Eddie F or whatever. I was like, word? He was like, yo, ain't this your song in the back that I heard at your studio the other day? Play a song. I was like, yeah, that's my joint. So he was like, I just wanted to let you know. I said, bro, don't even let nobody know. We talk, whatever. I said, okay. So they was there at the time I was supposed to have a meeting. Make a long story short, I got a call from Diddy at my studio in Plainfield, from Diddy and a legal person named Wendy Cradle at MCA. So how she just hit me with the call was, as soon as I picked it up, it was like, hi, may I speak to Norman Bradley? I was like, yes, this is Norman Bradley. What interest do you have in the group Total Opposites? I said, what interests? I put them together. I named them. I developed them. I got a lot of interest. Why? What's up? Well, I'm here with Sean Combs, and he's about to start a new label and this and that, whatever. And he's about to sign the girls and work with the girls and blah, 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 blah. I was like, what? And then I heard Pam in the background was like, yo, Norm, you know, I had nothing to do with it, blah, blah, blah. If you don't want me to get down, the whole 9, you know, I'm good. And I was like, what? And I was like upset, like, and then Puff jumps on the phone. Was like, bro, you know, I'm about to do this. I'm about to take these songs and do this. I'm about to do that. If you want me to hit you up with something under the table, I can hit you up with something under the table. And I was like, under the table. And back then I was a little bit more hood, a little bit more gangster and all of that. Younger. And I was like, yo, and this, you know, I was on some rah-rah. And then, you know, my peoples told me get a lawyer and everything. So I got this lawyer for a minute. I was trying to maintain everything with the lawyer, but it was costing me a lot. So when I did decide to drop it, you know, the suit that I initiated, because the suit was not just with Puff, it was with the label he was with at the time. Because this is
With
right,
Iverson.
this is right, no, this is right around the time he got the level.
Uptown.
He was with MCA, right? So this is right around the time, they offered him 11 million to come to Arista, and you know, Clive wanted him over there, whatever the whole case may be. So soon as I dropped the lawsuit, like maybe a month later, y'all heard, that's when Can't You See came out. So that's the real story, how it get down. Now, mind you, this was back then. So now, you know, I got the real story, because as y'all know, Pam from Total, she does a radio show here
On Sundays, right?
On Sundays. So we always stay fly. I stay fly with King. It was a learning experience, but that made me bitter. When that happened, I didn't want to work with another artist. I didn't want to produce another group. I didn't really want to rock with the industry no more. Like for a year, I was just bitter. I was like, yo, because I was hurt.
No doubt.
Because I put a lot of time, I put a lot of energy into it. So I get it. Puff really only wanted to rock with his team, his producers, whatever like that. I don't need no new cats from New Jersey Cat, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. This was your people's. I'm giving them my own fresh team. I get that now. You know, I get that now. Had I would have known what I known back then, whatever he's trying to offer me under the table, I would have took it.
No doubt.
I've never said that publicly, right? So I would have took it. Had I would have known what I know now, you know what I'm saying, and known I wasn't going to get, you know, just due as far as the acknowledgement until years later. So again, I was bitter, I was upset, and I kept running into the girls in different industry sects, because I was still running. Like I didn't stop running. So I seen them. The first time I seen them after that happened was at a Quincy Jones tribute.
How the hell was that?
It was awkward. It was awkward. I didn't forget nothing. And I seen them at the tribute.
I'm sure they ain't forget
And I was
either.
right in the front.
Hey, Prince, what's up?
Yeah. I was right in the front. I was right in the front stage. Right in the front of the stage or whatever. And they acknowledged me. Diddy was there. Diddy see me. He gave me, boom. I was like, hey, what's up, my dude? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever.
Was you ready to go up top on him?
No, my boys was on some, I'm like, bro, you know, we in suits. You got Makai Pfeiffer right here. Makai Pfeiffer was right here. De La Soul was right here. You got Warner Brothers here. I was like, it's not the time for it.
Is Noam styling right now? He was in the building, right? You know what I'm saying?
It was
Makai right here. De La right.
It was a Quincy Jones tribute.
No
like,
doubt.
you know, like that's what it was. But it's funny. Pam acknowledged me right there on the stage. See me right in the front. Was like, yo, shout out Norm. My name of my company was BMW then. Black Men Who Work. She was like, shout out Storm, BMW, blah blah blah. Love you, baby. Love you. It was always like that, right? And again, it's no love lost for Keena. What Keena always showed me love. Keisha, she may have been on some other stuff back then. Again, they were young. Okay. So this is why I don't hold nothing, like no animosity. And this was so many years ago. There's no animosity in my heart or whatever. So that's the whole total situation of how it happened. You can run the clip. This was the first time publicly I heard them tell the world, because Puff.
All right, Storm and Norman.
She had to take the mic.
The man that wrote Dangerous Relationships. The man that wrote Just a Freak of Me. The songs that we sung when we got with Diddy. This man right here, he was a father figure. He loved us 100%. And it was just like he worked us in the studio.
Of course I'm here with my girls.
Tell out in the house.
My family.
Tell out in the house.
Pam and Kima.
Yes. Now, let me just take over for a minute here. This is the man responsible for Total.
You already know. He
put us together, and we love him dearly for it. I don't know if we ever gave him the recognition he deserved, but Norm, you definitely set us on a journey that we're still on, and we thank you for it.
I love y'all, man. Look, I love y'all. Of course I'm here with my girls.
Tell out in the house.
My family.
Tell out in the house.
Pam and Kima.
Yes. Now, let me just.
All right, Storm and Norman.
She had to take the mic.
The man that wrote Dangerous Relationships. The man that wrote Just a Freak of Me. The songs that we sung when we got with Diddy. This man right here, he was a father figure. He loved us 100%, and it was just like he worked us in the studio. He helped to prepare us for destiny, and it's just like it's something for somebody to see something in you, but it's another thing for somebody to pull it out and they take it and not abuse it. And this man did not abuse us. He worked with us, and it's just like Kima said, it's just like a lot of y'all didn't know where our start came from, because sometimes you get so caught up and you forget to give accolades where accolades are due. Norm, I love you. I'm grateful for you. If it wasn't for God using you, I don't know where we would be today. We would have made it to the place where we are right now, sitting next to you. So it's just, all right, Storm and Norman.
She had to take the mic.
Let's please, cause yo,
And that sounded like they felt good saying that.
They did.
Out too.
First time it came out
For them.
publicly, because there was mad interviews that he did that how he said he discovered them, which wasn't true. So like, people from Jersey knew the truth. You know what it was.
a lot of us didn't know the whole truth. We didn't know the whole. This would everybody in Plainfield. We see somebody. Yo, you know, Total from Plainfield.
Today years old.
Huh?
I was today years old.
You was today years old.
When I'm saying, when I got the backstory of.
Oh yeah, today years old. Yeah, exactly. We just found out now. No, a lot of people don't know. We just knew they was from Plainfield. I just knew when I was cutting my grass and I saw Vita.
Right.
Across
Shout out
the
to
street
Vita.
on Hillcrest. I got a little nervous. I'm like, man, you seen me like this. We didn't know the whole story. We didn't until just now. A lot of people don't. That's why I'm like, thank you for letting them know.
Yeah, I love all of them. I love Keisha, I love Kima, I love Pam. You live and you grow, man, and you got to get to a point in life where you just let things go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to let things go. And a lot of people are like, yo, you should try to get paid. You should try and go back and get it. I'm like, for what? For what? First of all, if y'all know, if I'm gonna be known for something, I'm gonna be known for my production, my music, the fact I could create content. I'm not gonna be known for the dude that was bitter and sue the group, and still years later hanging on to something, whatever. Like, I let it go.
You ain't Eddie Kane in around.
Nah, I let it go, and when I let it go, that's when more success stories started happening. Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Beards and Baldheads?
Yo, what's up, y'all? I had to call in.
Hey, who's this?
From Secret Room. It's Soups, y'all.
Soups is funny.
I had to give this to my partners. I just got to say one thing that people don't know about. They don't know to the extent that they need to know. The talent that Storm Norm holds. He's an incredible songwriter. He is an incredible producer. Everybody sees him as the host. You know, he's a radio host. He's got the gift of gab. He can run it on the red carpet. He's got the rapper flow. But what you don't know is that this man has an incredible catalog of music and songwriting that goes back 30 years. And I won't be complete until that catalog hits the way it needs to hit. So, Storm Norm, you know you king with me. And your talent is stellar.
I appreciate you. Hey, look, again, people don't know, you know, like, there is no this without you. You know what I'm saying? There's no me as far as this business goes without you. And we started this thing together. So, I mean, with that being said, we got more years to go.
And you have to show your face too. So I'm just letting you, when you feel like it, whenever you're ready, we can take a break. You come over here.
It's Storm Norm's night.
Okay. Before we go, they're gonna have to see your face though, because it's a team.
But you roll with me.
Listen,
and this is real talk, man. Soups. We did this thing from the beginning, but she rolled with me from the door. So when everybody else is like, this guy, you know, she was right there along my side. So any success of mine is the same success of hers. So just let me say that, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
We gonna take it. Thank you, Trish. She over there on that side.
Storm Norm, the general.
The general. Thank you. So boom, we're gonna take it to the beginning, cause how we first started bonding and vibing out We some hip hop dudes, and I think like everybody in this room, we some hip hop dudes. We will get groovy in the car, start freestyling with my cuz, start freestyling with T, and we all got that common love and interest. And we're gonna start from this beginning, like right here for y'all.
Oh wow,
see this picture.
Did you pull up that picture? Whoa.
What's the name of the group? Let everybody know what's going on right now.
Fresh Finesse. We was called Fresh Finesse back then. This is the 80s. This the 80s. Fresh Finesse back then. We look like a gospel group.
Who do I got right here? I wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
But no, we was a hip hop group. And, all right, so what you seeing right there, and it's crazy because right next to me, the same shirt I got on is my man DJ Fresh. His government name is Ronald Hansford.
Hold up, we got another caller.
Okay.
What's going on, Beards and Baldheads? Who's this?
Hey, bro, what's good? It's Tanya.
Tanya, what's going on, baby? I got the family.
Hey, how you doing?
Cooling. Saluting the God tonight.
I wanted to say what's good with Storm Norm. That's my buddy right there.
I know.
Good dude.
Yo.
I remember him coming by the house when we would have our night.
What's good, T?
Hey, how you doing? Salute. I'm coming through next week with that sangria.
Yes. Let me tell you. Shout out to T Berry, man. Look, listen. Mad support always from T Berry. Nothing but love for, and we support each other. But let me tell you, I gotta tell the story. Can I tell it, T?
Oh, you go ahead and tell him.
She beat me up in the 7th grade.
I believe that.
She beat me up. She beat me up in the 7th grade. First of all, my father said, "Don't you ever hit a woman back." Blah blah blah. T beat me up in the 7th grade, and guess what? We love each other to this day.
That's what it is.
We sure do, and you always tell the story how I beat that
ass. T is one of the most
genuine
people.
Storm, I was just calling in to tell you that I love you. I want to say I'm so happy and I'm so proud of you, and I just love the fact that no matter what, we always stay good people.
Yes, man, and she make the best sangria ever.
T, I'm dropping some punch off for you.
You doing that Jamaican punch, bro?
I got my sweet dream. I'm gonna drop it off tonight when I leave the studio.
He gonna make me tell everything tonight. This the truth serum. Like I'm scared of what he gonna ask me.
How you doing with that cooking?
I'm getting better. The salmon cakes are getting better. I got a few more dishes. I'm trying.
Well, we miss you in the kitchen. I'm getting ready to put something together. You gotta come through.
Please do. I can't wait. I definitely can't wait.
And we gonna have you in the kitchen with the salmon cakes.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. World famous salmon cakes. If y'all know about it, you know what I mean. For everybody else, I'm definite.
And Storm, I want you to come get some more truth from you, because I'm the truth with that sangria.
You are more than the truth. Look, I love me some T-Berry, boy. She don't play with that sangria
at all.
I got y'all with the sangria and the food. I'm gonna come through.
That's what's good.
One day next week because I'm off.
Let's do it.
Thanks, T.
All right, you guys have a good night. Love you guys.
Thanks, baby. Stay tuned. I got some more to say. Stay tuned.
Okay. All right. Take care.
All right now.
Wow.
So boom.
Wow.
I love T to death for real.
No doubt.
So genuine. So we starting right here. We got the group.
All right. Yeah, they seen the picture. You could take it off there. I'll explain it.
He's like people screenshotting.
Yo, all right. So here's the deal with that. Fresh Finesse. That was the first.
What year was this?
Matter of fact, go back to the picture so I can break down what everybody do, because everybody do gotta. Let me just shout everybody out real quick, because I hate forgetting people. So that's my man DJ Fresh right there, one of the baddest DJs back then ever. That's right next to me. Wow. The dude right over me is Brad Artist from Plainfield. He was a fireman, and everything. He does his thing today. Now let me talk about the dude in the middle. That's my ace. That's DJ Tactics from Philly. He's on the Philly radio station, FM station, one of Philly's top stations out there. He's still DJing to this day. We still talk to this day. Now, the man next to him, up. This is, you ever heard of the comedian Zoo Man?
Yeah, he was on Def Jam.
That's Zoo Man. That's Zoo Man. People don't realize he was my dancer. So all three of them in the back was my dancers back then.
And you were the MC.
And I was the MC, and that was my DJ. All right. So Zoo Man Miller now is a popular comedian. He's on a lot of different stages across the country.
He was down in the A for a minute.
Yes. He's in the new what's the crazy thing? Meet the Blacks. That movie, Meet the Blacks. There's a Meet the Blacks 2 coming out. He's in that. He was in 3 Can Play That Game. Okay. That movie, the follow up to 2 Can Play That Game. Okay. Whatever. He was in a lot of different movies. He had his own little show for a minute. He used to interview a lot of heavy cats, but he's touring across the country. He's an amazing comedian right now. So everybody in their own light from the group is doing their own thing. Is still doing their own thing. They still popping. I love them dudes. Our group, Fresh Finesse, we were signed to Trumpet Records, who was distributed by Atlantic Records. Okay. I used to open up for Queen Latifah, Special Ed, KRS-One. A lot of people don't know this. Who else? Soups, Jungle Brothers. It's just crazy.
You the man. Because Beards and Baldheads, we don't get calls like this. We got Beards and Baldheads. I don't know who we got. We got Norm in the building. Beards and Baldheads. Who's this?
Hey, y'all. What's up?
I know it's Kiss. I was trying to act like I ain't see you on the
I was just calling to say that DJ Storm Norm was the shit and paid in full.
She called me Wood Harris. She got jokes.
Oh, damn. Yo, you crazy. Kiss, what's going on?
Yo, you got jokes. What's up,
y'all?
Kiss, what you got special to say?
I'm nervous, Kiss.
Right
I've never been interviewed at my own station.
I didn't even get to y'all yet.
I see, because I'm logging in like, oh, so you a guest today? Okay.
I didn't even get.
I see what's going on
yet.
Nah, I was just calling for the show love and just tell Norm again that I'm so proud of him, and it's been a pleasure just sitting next to him for the past 7 years now.
Yeah, 7 years.
We 7 years, and just that he's an amazing man, an amazing partner, an amazing mentor. And even if we don't pick up everything as fast as he knows stuff, I just appreciate him so much, and I just wish him and the rest of BKS so much love. I love you guys from the bottom of my little heart, and I just can't wait to see what else we have in store for the station and what's going to happen, because I know it's going to be big things.
No doubt.
Just want to say I love you and I appreciate you.
Love you too. I love you.
You alright, and whatever.
Look, I love you like a fat kid loves cake.
And y'all can see Kiss tomorrow at the what time the show?
In the morning.
In the morning. Y'all can see tomorrow. We got another call. Thanks, Kiss. Beards and Baldheads, you on? That's calling.
Hello?
What's up, Beards and Baldheads?
It's a crank call.
Hey. Fuck lights.
Yeah, those things happen.
Yeah,
with the.
Now, who was just on the phone, and you could have stayed on Kiss.
My fault, Kiss.
I'm gonna show him how to do multiple. You can add people on. It's all good. It's all good.
If y'all didn't know, that was Kiss from Allure.
R&B group Allure. Let's clap it up for Allure. Platinum R&B group Allure. All cried out.
Now, how did you get down with that? I don't even know the backstory.
Here's the story. And Kiss, just call back in if I say something. You could do the double shot. Is that her calling back in 347?
People playing around.
All right. So here's the story with Allure, right? So initially I met him at a CGE, something like that, entertainment. They had a party in New York, and I was there. Me and Soups was there and everything, and I seen them walk in, and I was like, "Yo, that's Allure." I knew they was gonna be there, and whatever. And Kiss was the one that was the tallest. That looked the tallest to me, and whatever. And the girls walked in and everything, and I was like,
"Is this Kiss ain't
347?"
No, I don't.
Nah, it ain't Kiss.
213. Yo, Beards and Baldheads.
Fuck light skin.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, man,
so anyway,
hate is real.
They walked in. I think they performed that night. They performed that night, right, Soups? They performed that night, and they came up, and then dude was directing. Vincent Carroll, at the time, he directed people over my way to do interviews, whatever, talk to. So he's like, "Oh, this is Lord, whatever." So we met. They was instantly nice off the back, like, "Hey, how you doing?" Whatever. We sat down, we took pictures, whatever. And I was like, okay, it was cool. Like, they were mad cool and everything. And I met them before years ago, but they didn't remember, at Mariah Carey's studio, Crave. So I met him.
You listening, Kiss?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay.
Yeah, so what was the name of that entertainment company at the party where we first met? CGE or something?
CEG.
CEG. So CEG, it was CEG and everything, and they was mad cool, and we flicked up, we took pictures, whatever, and we was like, oh, we're gonna connect again and everything. So there was this young lady, mutual person, acquaintance of ours named Trey Kearney, and Trey brought him back to the station for the Owl Show. It was a whole different Owl shows. Nobody you seen today.
I saw that. I didn't.
It was a whole.
Back, it was a whole different. Yeah.
Whole different one. So, and this was the one we had. Miss Jones used to be here years ago. People didn't know that. Miss Jones was a part of BKS for a hot second, right? So Miss Jones is part of BKS for a hot second, and Miss Jones was here. Trey was a whole different Owl Show.
What was
and
did you hear a laugh over there from Soup? I heard a laugh.
Allure,
I heard a laugh, Trish.
Allure was the guest on the show and everything, and from then on, it was on and popping. Like it was just a mutual love for each other. They like my energy, I like their energy, and we just started vibing. We started vibing, and then mentioned to them about we had a show called Grown Sexy, and Jackie and her twin sister used to be on this show we used to do called Grown Sexy. So I said to the Lord, like, yo, let's rock out. You know, we should do a show together and blah 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 Thursday night, whatever. So we had our own show called the Grown Sexy Situation, and show was popping. Great show. We took it live. They came to me with let's do it at Albella's. That was a spot in New York. So we went from doing the show here to a spot in New York and everything like that. But meanwhile, we just kept cool. So they knew some of the other talents of mine. You know, like they saw me as a business person too. Saw me as a business person. They knew I produced the whole nine. Every now and then, if I could hook them up, whatever. Like if I can get a show or I knew something was popping, I'd be like, yo, you know, y'all should get on this or y'all should do this. But we just maintained like a friendship, and they all saw me as like it's my brother, you know. So it was like love, like we became family. So it was beyond that first initial introduction. We became family. So like if I knew like the station got a concert or something like that, you know, and I could get them some chips, they would be in on it. If they were able to look out for me or whatever like that, yo, I'm doing a function, I need y'all to look out, whatever. We just always looked out for each other.
People don't understand it's built on relationships.
Yeah, we all looked out for each other
right here, because nobody else is really going to care for you when you're not that hot like you used to be at one point. So when you got people that care for you and look out for each other, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah,
and the thing is, but we just always rock with each other. You know, if I need, they there. If they need, I'm there. And that's and nobody, you know, cares like to be like, oh, remember I did such and such when we ain't on it like that. Like it's just real, genuine love. And with that being said,
like caller, hold up 1 second.
That might be a real one.
This one might be
you
a real
just
one.
Add. So you just add. See what it says, Mark? Yeah, you just add. Caller from the
908. Did I do something wrong?
Caller from the 908.
Yo.
Yeah, I'll show you how to do it, bro. Just.
Don't worry. Let me see if I
can.
The audio.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, Kiss still there.
All right.
But yeah, it's just always been like again a mutual respect and everything. And we do got the caller on. Caller from the 908. Are you there? Or did you mute them?
I don't think.
Don't matter. It don't matter. But I think that's initially, you know, like the extent of our relationship is like we family. Kiss, if I'm missing something or you need to add on, just add on.
No, I mean, you hit it on the nail. You know, it was just something that it was a passing by kind of thing at one point. You know, you meet people and you're networking, and you know, sometimes you meet people at events like that where you exchange cards and then you just never hear from them again, or you know, there's no interest as far as like trying to pursue what could possibly be. But there was something about that night. Maybe it was the fact that me and Norm sat by the buffet all night.
Yeah, we were greedy.
The damn chicken.
We were greedy.
We were sitting by that daggone table all night. Don't front.
Yes.
But it was just something about the conversation that felt genuine. There was something, you know, that felt like this could have potentially turned into something great. And from that point on, like he said, like I think a couple of days after the party, we spoke over the phone or we texted back and forth. I forgot how it worked out, but since then we've just been like, you know, kind of, you know, attached at the hip, and it's been for the better. Like it's nothing better than being able to work a situation that starts off as business, but then, like he said, ends up as family, because then it's, you know, there's something deeper that's involved as far as like trying to, you know, make sure that you can see your people win. You know what I mean? And I think that's what BKS stands for, is just being able to create this environment, this atmosphere where we all can clap for one another. And there's no, you know, no shade, no hate. And if there is, then you just not, you're not understanding the essence of what BKS is.
True indeed. True indeed.
Definitely. Kiss, thank you for the call.
Yes.
Calling back. We're going to get back to you even more with other stuff going
Absolutely.
on. Y'all keep calling. Y'all not going to let me interview my mans right now because y'all love him so much, and that's a beautiful thing. That's why. So we're going to hit you back later
Kiss.
on.
I'll talk to you after the show.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Call right back because I'm about to pause these callers for about 20 minutes.
Let's go.
But we got... Now, this is real.
What's
Busy Baldheads.
I got a couple questions.
Mm-hmm. Man, who's
I
calling?
need to know what Norm meant by it was a whole different Al show back then. I'm trying to figure out what that reference meant. What did that mean, Norm?
That was not negative. I said it was a whole
Man,
different
who's
Al
calling?
show. As far as far as the people that was on it, it was a whole bunch of different faces. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not the current one. No, nothing at all.
No, I'm just messing with y'all. What's up, everybody? I was just watching the show.
Mm-hmm.
I saw everybody was calling in. I saw Trish was calling in from the other room. I hear, is Keisha on the line right now?
Nah.
Oh. Okay, now I saw Trish was calling in, Keisha was calling in, so I figured I would call in too. So, hi everybody, it's Chanel from the Al Show.
What up?
Saying what's up to everybody. And showing Norm some love as well. So, shout out to you, Norm, because you know what? When people are usually the people behind the scenes, they usually never get the acknowledgement. So shout out to you, Jason, for doing it tonight. And Norm, we love you. And everything that you do and showing everybody their ropes and putting everybody on, that's what you do. That's who you are. And we love you for it. And, that's it. I was just showing some love tonight from the Al Show. That's all.
So let me say something to everybody about you, right? So... And this ain't this ain't blowing no smoke. I keep it 200.
Okay.
So the Al Show, the original Al Show, and shout out to Monet. It was a show I initially started with young lady by the name Monet, and Monet went.
Shout out to Monet.
Yeah, and it went through Monet's team to a whole different team. There's so many different people. And I felt as though nobody's really going to catch it, what I'm trying to do with the Al Show, right? So the one that Toya was on before it is what it was today, it was just a lot of different personalities that kind of clash sometimes. You know, when you get a whole bunch of females in the room, it was a female show. So you get a whole bunch of females in the room and personalities clash sometimes, whatever. And like Toya kind of stood out, and she stood the test of time.
That's that hubba right
and
there.
even though, and this is funny because we're going to talk about this deeper later, people can, let me tell you, right, when people see you gravitating towards somebody, because I gravitated towards Toya because I saw she was serious about her craft. And the key word craft, right? So when you come here, when you walk through these doors, like a lot of people want to chill, do this, drink, blah, play around, whatever. She was serious about her craft. She wanted to learn what it takes to be a good radio host. She wanted to learn what it takes to research and be a good event host and this and that and whatever. And I saw her thirst for knowledge, and it's very important. And no matter what, the other people that was around her and the distractions, people will try to cause distractions to take you off their game. She stayed on her game, right? And initially, we grew to be like to really love each other, because initially it was rocky in the beginning, but that's only because you got people putting stuff in my ear, people putting stuff in her ear, and whatever. And
it was crazy. It was crazy. Like year one was crazy because I was gonna leave. Remember?
Yeah.
I was gonna leave the studio, and then I came to you and was like, "Nah, I can't do this. I don't do drama with females. I'm good. No hard feelings, but I'm out."
Yeah.
And Norm was like, "Nah, that's not what it is." Blah blah blah. We talked it out, and that was that.
Because one thing I learned from doing this, man, is like people will try to take you off your focus.
They will.
They'll try to take you off your focus, especially when they see that you got a talent and that you stand out and you shine a little bit brighter than certain people that may be next to you, whatever. And so I never fell victim to it, and she never fell victim to it, and that's why she's still here to this day. It's been X amount of years. We grew to be good friends and laugh and joke. We could laugh and joke about all of it now and everything, and we got so beyond that and whatever. And so I got a genuine love and respect for Toya now. You know,
Toya gave us the bounce pass and set up the meeting. Let me just put that out there for Beards and Baldheads. I just want to, thank you again.
But yeah,
That's right. I forgot about that.
No doubt. But that's my dog. Yep.
We all family now. So like I said, shout out to you for putting me on to all of this. And, now y'all can't get rid of me. It's forever. It is what it is at this point. So, again, shout out to you. Everything that you're doing there at the studio, we're going to always be family. It is what it is. And, we're going to rock out tomorrow night and do what it is we do. Shout out to Jason, Beards and Baldheads.
What time is the show tomorrow?
Watch
So
you guys
everybody
on
else,
Mondays.
for everybody who's watching.
And,
I said, what time is the show for everybody who's watching?
Oh, the Owl Show airs every single Tuesday. Oh, wait, I got to put my voice on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me act like I'm not sitting in the group right now. Wait a minute.
TJ said you put that voice on.
The Owl Show airs every single Tuesday from 7 to 8:30 right there on DKS1Radio.com. You can check us out on YouTube, TuneIn, Facebook, Instagram, or the DKS1Radio.com website. Thank you, everybody.
I gotta learn that voice. Thank you, Toya. Word up.
You don't need to learn that voice.
I don't. Not that way.
All right. Oh, Jason, make sure you bring some of that juice through tomorrow night.
Oh, I got you.
All right.
Toya, I'm still waiting for a home cooked meal.
All right. We gotta re-up real quick. We're gonna take a quick break. And I just saw this online the other day. Matter of fact, let me longer with Norm doing an interview. What would you have over here? Before we get to that, before we get to that, we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna get to more videos and all that. But we always talking about support in everything. And I saw this the other day. We love when our people support us, and sometimes we get upset when they don't support us. And I was just wondering if some of y'all been this petty in your life.
After I put my tears in, we leaving.
I'm not going no more.
What you mean?
I just remember this nigga to come to my fucking birthday party. Now nigga wanna die and have a funeral and expect everybody to show up. Nigga want mad attention. I'm not going to that shit.
That's supposed to be your day one, Ty.
Baby, if he was my day one, he'd have been at my birthday party, right? He didn't show up. I went to his birthday party.
That's real fucking petty.
How? I went to this nigga baby shower with all his shit. Everybody want them to show up at their events, and then nigga die. Nigga want niggas to show at their funeral. It don't work that way. I'm not going.
So you put your whole Easter outfit on for no reason?
I'm not going. I'm not going to this nigga's funeral. I don't care, B.
The nigga owed me money and I'm still going.
So good luck getting your money back at a nigga funeral. Funeral is just boring. Nigga gonna be laying there like this. Everybody crying. What the fuck is that? That's boring. My birthday party was lit. Bottles popping. Everybody was lit. Niggas getting drunk, having fun. Music. Fucking funeral. That shit is whack. Nigga, I'm not going.
You so fucking petty.
I'm petty? You putting fake tears in your eyes to go to this nigga's funeral.
My eyes are dry.
You really sad?
My eyes are
really
dry.
sad?
And my eyes are dry.
I'm not going.
After I put my tears in, we leaving.
I'm not going no more.
What you mean?
I just remember this nigga to come to my fucking birthday party. Now nigga wanna...
T, you ever been that petty? TJ?
Put that double shot. Let me see y'all. Yeah, there you
my
go.
fault.
Yeah.
They're not that type of person. Maybe one time. Do you ever been that petty? Someone ain't come to your event, you get that tight?
Nah, I'm not that.
Said so.
Cause I'm really picky. And, like I don't like going out myself anymore. So like I don't take that personal.
I feel you. No.
What's up, fam?
We're gonna go a whole bunch of different spots.
Okay.
And
I'm ready.
I always got hip hop trivia and questions to see how another person felt at this time.
Okay.
And before we get into your
Tampa
action,
City.
Okay.
Tampa City.
Because he's definitely so talented.
Tampa City. Tampa City. Tampa City. Tampa City. Tampa City.
I need you to get him out.
Tampa City. Tampa City.
Now turn that down, little Tasty.
I can see it going down.
This movie right here that I felt like was a huge. That's what I'm saying. It was this movie that I felt was huge in hip hop, and it made a big difference. And I just want to know your opinion on how you felt about this one movie right here.
What's that?
And how do you feel the impact was on?
Intelligent man. Boys in the Hood, I think it was the catalyst to just hip hop and film. Hip hop again meeting film again and being a blockbuster movie. I mean that's like a cornerstone now in hip hop film history. Shout out to Ice Cube.
Bigger than Crush Groove?
No. But see that for the West Coast, bro.
That's what I want to get to. Like this focus
for the West Coast. Crush Groove. What Crush Groove did for the East Coast, whatever. Like Boys in the Hood really did that for
because at this time,
the West Coast,
NWA came out.
Mm-hmm.
They made their name as far as we heard the sound, and a lot of us didn't think it was real. And now you got Ice Cube acting.
Mm-hmm.
You got young Cuba Gooding. You got Morris Chestnut. It's true.
That said it all.
And then you got this young. They came out with this movie. I remember when I first seen it, when I was like 10 years old, 10, 11 years old. I was like, this is amazing. This is amazing. You were a little bit older, so I'm like, what was your viewpoint on this and how powerful you?
Well, when I first seen it, and no disrespect to the Hughes brothers either, but Boys in the Hood to me was more impactful than Menace to Society. It was more impactful because it was like you saw so many different elements about what we go through, especially like you got the one what was his name, Ricky. He was the striving athlete and everything in the hood, trying to make it out of the game. You got Trey. He wanted to get that college education, whatever. He wasn't really about the streets hard. And then you got Ice Cube, right? His character.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Ice Cube's character a lot from around where we from.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
This cat that's kind of caught. He caught in the middle, and he just about that life. He's just about that life. He ain't trying to really change.
All you know.
Yeah, and that's all you know. So that's why it was so realistic. So realistic. And then like the ones that get caught up when they shouldn't have got caught up. Mm-hmm. Like Ricky. He should have been the one that went to college and been that big athlete and everything, and his life got cut short. And we see that so much around from our own hood, like somebody that got all this potential and their life get caught short just because they at the wrong place at the wrong time. And it just spoke our story. And then you got Cube at the end kind of wrapping it up for all of us. Either they don't know, they don't show, or they don't really care about what's going on in the hood. And that's all of our story.
That's all of our story.
And we see that all the time. So that's why it was deep for me. That movie's deep to me. And then when I met Singleton and had a chance to chop it up with Singleton, whatever, he a real dude. Like, he a good dude.
Hold up. I know it's all about. Did he just stun on us again? Like I met Singleton.
No. I ain't, bro. I'm not even on it like that. But like, I'm just.
I know you're not.
Yeah,
I get happy. I get to be next to you, and you were next to them.
Bro, it's all good.
Look, it just shows the ties, and it shows we're talking about such a powerful, impactful movie. And if you're doing stuff that's impactful, as small as someone might think in the beginning, it'll tie everything together. It'll bring greatness together. You starting BKS1, that's when you say, yeah, when I interviewed Singleton, when I met Singleton, when I was next to this one, when I was next to that one. It's a lot of people that you met because of your talent and you putting in this work right here. So that was one movie. And T, I know you're right. There's another movie that I wanted to know your opinion on that I thought that was just major in hip hop, and it was total opposite. And I don't have the picture right here. I probably didn't send it to you.
Okay.
House Party 1. House
It's
Party
funny you
1.
said that.
That movie right there had everything hip hop included. The New York scene, the dancing, the battle rap, the regular guys in school.
The fun side of hip hop.
The fun side of hip hop.
The fun
It's
side.
not fun anymore.
Yup.
I'm rocking with T on that. You know what? We have to struggle now to keep it fun, and that's the sad part about it. And this is why there's still a huge popularity when it comes to old school hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody still loves old school hip hop. I see young cats be like, yo, I rock with 90s.
Yeah.
I still play 90s music because I can't get with some of this today or whatever. And my whole thing is when I hear the gangster stuff and I get it, man. There's a place for everything, whatever. But my whole thing is like I believe in evolution and us just evolving. And it's like you stay stuck in the same place if everything is about shoot him up, kill him. Yo, I push this much weight, I sell this, that, whatever. And it's like, come on, man. It's like, yo, at what point do you get past that? And I get hip hop is when you tell our stories. You only can speak about your environment. And if that's the environment they live in it, I get it. But at some point, you got to bring the fun back to it. So what I like about hip hop back in the day is like you had such a diversity. You had your X-Clans, you had your Public Enemies, but then you had your De La Souls, you had your Kid and Plays.
Who was your dance partner when you went to that house party?
Right.
At that time in your life? Because I know I was a youngster. But my boy Mike Dickey, he was my partner. Yo, Mike, we're going to do this dance right here.
Right.
We're going to do this at this time when this song comes on. Who is that dude that you would roll to at those house parties back then?
First of all, you can't say Norm and dance in the same sentence. Norm never had no dancing skills at all. I was whack. I was the dude that played the wall and tried to be cool for the girls, whatever. So when I did have to do something, I would find out and learn how to do a little two-step or whatever. Had no dance skills at all. I had the Pee Wee Herman on lock. I'm bringing up the Cabbage Patch. I had a little bit of that on lock.
You was straight up top with it.
But Norm, when it came to dancing, Norm was whack. But
that's why you had dancers in your group.
But exactly. And then I had to do a routine with them for a show that we had to do, whatever. I ended up rocking that though. I learned and I practiced.
And I got footage of that right now. I'm messing with
yo,
you.
If you brought that up, because there's a clip on yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I'll have that right there.
It's crazy.
But now, I just had to bring up those two movies right there because I'm like, they were total opposites. One was the fun part, and one was the more, I guess, gangster side of it, but still both telling true stories.
Right.
It both was very authentic. You know what I'm saying? And I think from myself to T is when you what 08?
What?
I got T by about 10 years.
You graduated high school?
Yeah.
06.
06. All right, good. I made me feel a little. I was worried for a second. Even that fun part, how TJ was saying, we lost a lot of that fun, and you know, I think we just need that back right there when it comes to hip hop.
Well, we can't because in my opinion, older people call it corny. When you hear your Soulja Boys, they be like, "Oh, they can't rap, they can't do that." They're having fun. They're kids.
I think we forgot. A lot of people forgot.
I mean, it's not my preference of music, but I understand it.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't think it's whack. I'm one of them old dudes you talking about.
I love it.
So it's like
I'm not saying you. If you like it, then
he's talking about me. No, that's what he's talking.
Oh, okay, yeah. I like. See, I like all of it. Let me tell you something. And this is real talk. And I say this to a lot of cats in all my circles I go into. There is good music and there's bad music. That's it.
No doubt.
I don't care what genre it is.
Word.
It's good music and it's bad music. That's it. So that's where I'm at with music totally. You know, so I don't really hate on nobody's situation, but if it's bad, I'm gonna call it out.
What am I looking for right now? Because we talking about music and we're gonna get all over the place with it. Where is my DJing picture of you right here that I'm missing right now?
There's not a DJ picture.
I thought you had one up here. But speaking of music, you a DJ as well, man of many trades. Now, one thing I liked about the other day was I was talking trash to you.
Oh, okay.
I was like, no, go in. Don't let that dude upstage you. Do you remember when I was saying that to you?
Oh yeah. Shout out to OG.
And you got busy from the gate. How do you like the DJing aspect when it comes to this right here?
All right, let me say this first.
It's another hat.
Before I was an MC and got into production, I was a DJ first. So I was a DJ at 13 years old. Shout out to Ed Brittle and shout out to my dude Power, real name Willie Gilchrist, whatever, who got me my set of turntables, first set of turntables. But yeah, I learned from the Essence back with vinyl, the whole nine. But again, I started at 13 as a DJ, and it's something I just never forgot, even when I went on to do other things. So I've always been a DJ. I used to be DJ Norm Ski. When everybody had the ski on their name. Your name wasn't
official unless Ski was in there.
Yeah, then everybody had the ski on their name. I was DJ Norm Ski. So that's where it started for me. And then I went into the realm of, you know, making beats and production. And then I left the DJ thing for a minute. And I let other people, you know, I got into the hip hop group, Fresh Finesse. And then I had a DJ, whatever. So that really wasn't my focus, DJing no more. But I never lost the skill set. You know, I never.
No, you still get busy.
Yeah. I mean, now I DJ more like crazy now. Like I get called for gigs. I get booked for gigs like everywhere now. You know. And
what's that one song in Jersey? if you put on, it's automatically going to get them on the dance. Because you did it the other night.
When you talking, if you talking club,
I'm talking that Jersey, that one that I don't care if you're 15 or if you're 50, you put that song on.
Club in Jersey, every woman still loves. I don't care who you are, they love Wonderful, right?
Which one's Wonderful?
Wonderful. That's Teresa Griffin. You know Wonderful. You don't know Wonderful? That's the house song.
You gonna have to sing a bar.
I know exactly. Yeah.
You want to sing a bar,
and then of course, it's Follow Me.
Follow Me.
It's Viola Sykes, Little
I'm
Girl.
not crazy about that.
Viola Sykes, Little Girl.
Little Girl's another one.
Yeah. So I mean, like, those are the joints. Anything Kenny Bobian, but mainly You Are My Friend, right? You put on You Are My Friend.
That's what you put on.
Sylvester.
That's what you put on.
Sylvester body.
That's the original joint, and Kenny did it over.
Okay, Sylvester, Kenny, and then
it's Kenny Bobian.
And then
You
there's
Are My Friend.
What's her name? Patti LaBelle.
She's the originator. Yeah. She had the R&B version.
Got knowledge.
Yeah, no. T out the T. T know what you talking about. No, but Patti LaBelle, that was the original. That was the R&B version. But that's club wise. You know what I'm saying? You put that on, it's on and popping.
That's my shit.
You know, and then anything with the Gaga beat. As a DJ, you put anything, and that's Kizo Kane. So if y'all look it up, that's that one that goes dun 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 dun, and then that's the one. Let me see some footwork.
Okay.
Work. You know what I'm saying? Like you run that joint.
The whatchamacallit,
But the original name is Kizo Kane. See, I'm giving y'all the original who made it original.
I know what you're talking about.
Kizo Kane.
Who did that over?
Beyonce did it with Love on Top.
Beyonce
the remix.
did it. My man from Will Tracks.
Will Tracks.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
Let Me See Some Footwork.
Yes.
Yeah, but the original is Kizo Kane.
Definitely.
It's called the Gaga joint.
So you get off these wheels. After the wheels, you started producing. I got a question. Cause I've been watching all these. That's the DJ picture right there. That I knew was up there. You making all these beats, you writing all these songs. You need some type of weapons to start doing this right here.
Right.
I used to hear all these producers back in the day with Ant Banks, he did the 808s. Pete Rock, the SB 1200. Primo, the MPC 60. What was your weapon of choice?
Okay. So I had the SB 1200, EMU SB 1200, and I loved it. And then I got introduced to MPC. I think I did like a couple joints for the MPC, but I love the SB 1200 because it gives you a raw, dirty, grimy sound. So I used to love that. But then when I started getting into when the world started evolving and you get a lot of software production and everybody started getting into the software and you got the Pro Tools and this, they come with a lot of drum kits or whatever. So you should just always have a MIDI controller, and I believe in creating my own sounds. You know, so I would stack up like 3 different kick drums or 3 different snare drums and combine them to get a certain sound how I want it or whatever. And but I really had no weapon of choice. I really could rock out with anything. Now, as far as recording and production, Sonar. A lot of people, you know, they get caught up. I'm that dude. I'm the anti-dude.
Okay.
And so let me explain this. So like, TJ may like Apple and Mac. I don't rock with Mac. Right? When I see see everybody using this, then I use something different.
No doubt.
Because I don't want the same anything. And that's always been me. Anybody would tell you right now, I'm PC to this day. I DJ PC. I produce PC. All of that to this day. Keep your Mac. If the Mac works for you, rock out with it. I'm a PC dude. So if everybody else using Pro Tools, I'm using something that does the same thing, but it's not Pro Tools. So I'm using Sonar.
Logic, Reason.
Logic. You got Logic. You Reason. Fruity Loops. GarageBand. You got all of that. You know, I don't use none of that. I use what works for me. And so I seen some of the greatest hits that we all know today that was made from 4 tracks. Some people made it off GarageBand. Some people made hits off of Fruity Loops, whatever. I use Sonar. So it's whatever works for you. And any legendary producer, like I spoke to, I had convos with Primo and I had convos with Pete Rock and Kid Capri and Marley Marl and everything. And it's
who's
like
some
what
of your influences?
What worked? Honestly,
shout out some of the greats.
Primo, Primo, Pete Rock. Those are some of my influence, but my early on influence, believe it or not, was Teddy Riley.
I believe it.
I thought I was him at one point in time. I thought I was that dude. So when I'm making a track, I'm doing the New Jack Swing. Back when that was popping, when that was hot, it was Teddy Riley. And then he didn't become my influence. And it's funny. And then as far as artists, I always wanted to work with female artists that sound like Mary J. This is when I first started. So if you was a female artist coming to me and want me to write a song or produce a song for you, you had to sound like Mary J. And what I mean for that, because everybody talks about Mary J. Well, she ain't the greatest singer, she ain't whatever. But one thing I loved about Mary J. is that she sung with conviction. She always had passion in her voice.
Well, because you can't fake pain.
And there you go. There you go. Exactly. I agree with you 300%.
You get a point for conviction. I like that one right there. I don't have a pen on me.
We was talking about that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You can't fake that.
She was always dope. She was always dope to me.
You can't fake being vulnerable.
You can't.
And where a lot of people hate on her or whatever, like if Mary doesn't go off pitch in a song, then it's not a real authentic Mary J. Blige song. If she don't go off key in a song, it's not a real Mary J. Blige song, whatever. Like, that's just her. She's doing her. She ain't trying to conform to what everybody else is doing. And that's one thing I always loved about Mary J. So when an artist came to me to work, I don't care whether it was Toto at that time, with Pam at the time, whatever, I'd be like, I'll play Mary and be like, listen to Mary, I need you to do that but better. Give me that passion. That's the one thing I would ask for. Be like, just give me that passion that Mary's giving me.
How do you get your mindset to write that song? You're a man. You think about everything else under the sun, but now you have to take your energy, and vibe with them, and now you're penning songs for women.
I think about every broad that hurt me, and every broad I didn't hurt.
Pretty easy.
And I just say it like that, bro. I'm being but you know what I mean. You know, every female that hurt me, and everyone that I didn't hurt, whatever, and I put that into a song.
Empathy.
Or I may talk to TJ, and TJ may be like, yo, man, I went through this with this girl, whatever, like that. I may take his story, I may take your story, whatever, and write a song about it. I may take her story and write a song about it. Your story.
I got a story for it.
I do that.
You got a story.
I do
but
that.
But there you go. And there you go, you know, and but that's basically, you know, it, man. Like, I just love I love music. I got a love-hate relationship with creating music.
Music can damage relationships with people, as we said earlier. But then sometimes you have magic. You got magic in the studio. Tell me a story when you like, damn, that magic just happened.
MOP and Smooth B. Smooth B, shout out to Smooth B, nice.
Shout out to Smooth B. You definitely had Smooth B calling Baldheads and Baldheads, gave the dopest story.
That's my dude. That's like a brother to me. You know, we spent a lot of time together. But when I went in the studio with him and MOP, it was D&D Studio. So if you know the history about hip hop music, D&D Studio was where we went to do a remix to Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And on the remix, it was MOP featuring Smooth B of Nice and Smooth. So
how did that come about? Because I would never see Smooth B getting on the track with MOP.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot.
We need a back up.
Very different.
That's
contrast.
different. How did that happen?
Because if anybody know Nice and Smooth music, Smooth B was always that dude that could sing a hook. Definitely. He had a voice, he had a voice that, they had a playful style, whatever, melodic, the whole nine. But Smooth B is raw with it, and Smooth B from the Bronx, he gutter. There's a whole different side to Smooth B that people don't really realize.
I left the Philly at home.
Do you have another?
People don't even know what he was talking about because they're thinking the Philadelphia Phillies or something like that.
Yeah, no,
he made it sound so smooth.
Yeah, and that was him. So when Smooth B, he called me. This had a whole MOP connection, and me going to D&D Studio went down. So I used to have a recording studio in my house, right? So I had a studio in my house, in my room and everything. And then Smooth B would come over, him and his wife and kids. Shout out to Haja and Genesis and Mally and everything. They used to come over and spend the night at my crib. And because we would just be in my room creating, trying to come up with stuff, whatever. And his wife could sing too. Shout out to Keisha. We just be trying to create stuff. And then one day, Smooth came to me, he's like, yo, no, I want to do this joint you know, I want to do this joint, but I want to do redo MOP's joint, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I got this melody in my head, Seal, Kiss of a Rose. Da 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 da, right? So he was running that, da 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 da. And I was like, yo, boom, just came up with a beat for it. And I started playing the horns to that melody. Whatever. And the track just came out dope, and it was crazy. So shout out to Lays. Lays Elliott is down with one of the producers of MOP. So if you look at songs like How About the Hardcore and all of that, some of MOP's history, whatever, Lays Elliott's behind the live. So Lays,
DR Perry.
Yeah, Lays. Shout out to DR Perry. That's DR Perry did Annie Up.
Okay.
And everything. And DR, that's my dude.
I remember you how
like that's my dude. Yeah, I go to his, like, that's my man. And
the Brooklyn Connection.
Yeah. So, but Lays sent me the acapella.
Okay.
To the joint, whatever, and then we did it. We messed around with it at my crib, and it was like, yo, we got to get in the studio and cut this.
Yeah, in the studio with MOP.
So they booked the session. They booked the session at D&D studio. So when I walked in there, like, if you know anything about D&D got an A room, a B room, C room, whatever. So I walked in there, my first time in there. Smooth took me in the A room. The A room was Primo's room. Like, you ain't doing nothing in his room. It was like he had that room on lock at D&D. Like, that was the dude at D&D, Primo. But I saw what he was using. I saw the different tools he was using to do his joints. And I seen him working on his joint, you know, how he do the little scratches and everything. And I was like, yo. So I was just like,
you're in the building.
I was like, my dude. So Primo was like, yo, you was Smooth? It's like, yeah. He was like, you ain't fam till you have some Henny with me. So Primo pulled out a big check of Henny, like the big joint, like boom, and was like, hey, you got a drink? And he was like, hold up, my people's coming. So I'm like, damn, who's people's, whatever. So I looked out in the hallway. It was Nas, it was Steve Stout. They rolled through, whatever, and then he was like, yo, what's up? You know, everybody introduced itself, whatever. And we went, we sat. We was talking for a minute. So Smooth was like, yo, you gotta get on this session. So they put me in the B room. So Billy Danz, shout out to Billy Danz, Fame, MOP, they come in there, whatever. I bring up the track and everything. They like, yo, this shit is knocking, boom, boom. We was on there just rocking. So somebody tipped in the door, and like Billy Danz don't like nobody coming in on the session.
Thorough dude.
No, he don't like nobody to come in on the session. So I'm sitting down with the dude, and dude was like, yo, is that somebody creaking the door? Whatever. So we turned it down a little bit. It was Jay-Z, and at the time Jay was with this Korean chick. He wasn't with B at the time. He was with this Korean chick. Some Korean chicks, man. They came in, and Jay-Z was like this off the track. Jay-Z was just like rocking his head, bopping. Billy said, yo, Jay, close the door, get the fuck out. And I was like, yo,
Brownsville.
I was like, yo, Billy, he said, I don't give a fuck, man, tell him get the fuck out, whatever, like that. He might jack this beat, just like that.
Sure.
So I was just like, okay, you know, I was gassed up because I'm like, yo, Jay-Z rocking my shit like this, like. But I was like, he kicked him out. We all went into the hallway. All of us was out in the hallway, whatever, like that. It was Nas, Steve Stout, Jay-Z, the girl. Dame Dash came. He was there. Dame Dash used to have this thing back in the day, we like slap boxing. He was slap boxing with Jay-Z, whatever. They all playing around. I got in the middle of the slap boxing because I was trying to walk through. Whatever. He's like, yo, watch out. You gonna get hit? Gonna get hit. Me and Nas had a conversation about, I can't go into what the conversation was about, but it was about Maya, the singer. So we had a conversation about Maya, the singer.
My bad, Joe.
And then we all started drinking. Everybody was in there just drinking the Henny, talking, bugging out, people talking about the whole thing. I'll tell you off air what it was about. But it was just a good energy in there. We finished the joint, whatever. Smooth was like, yo, we're gonna start running with this the whole nine. Now, second industry disappointment. Source magazine comes out. MOP remix Blood, Sweat, and Tears, blah, 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 blah. Featuring Smooth B. Produced by Lays Elliott. In the Source.
This is an ugly industry.
So, I hit my man up.
It gets ugly.
I get on the jack. Smooth, bruh, what's up? Where my credit? Like, where my credit? Like, where my joint? Like, he plays and do nothing. You know, and no disrespect, much love for Lays, but I'm like, yo, come on, bruh. Oh, yo, that wasn't me, yo. Let me hit up Lays, and that's crazy. And I saw that, and blah, 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 and this and snap, whatever. So I'm like, wow, okay. So even if you play the joint, you hearing the joint in the record, you can go on YouTube, listen to it. It said, this routine is courtesy of Lazy Lays and Storm Norm. It's on the record. So I'm like, wow, what happened? I get phone calls from mad people. Yo, no, that's your joint, blah, blah, blah. What's up in the source? They didn't put your name, the whole nine, whatever. Talk to Smooth, work it out, whatever. He chips me off. Like, yo, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, no, I don't care about the money.
The credit.
I need the credit. The credit keep me working.
Absolutely.
And this is what people don't understand about the industry. The credit keep you working.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I didn't care about a G and this. I was like, what? So I was hot about that. No reflection on Smooth B. That's my dude. We fam, whatever. But that could have been handled different. So then the whole situation with Steve Rifkin, Loud Records, Leo Cohen at that time. Y'all heard of Leo Cohen? All right. So Leo at the time, whatever, was like, because there was some discrepancies about the record.
Can you imitate Leo's voice? I love when Nori does it.
I can't get it. But Leo, for some reason, whatever, the static and, you know, that was going back and forth about credits and this and that about the record. So they decided not to release it, but they put it on an underground type thing. They put it out there, whatever like that. But it's on YouTube now. So a lot of people right now, they download the joint, whatever, because it's classic. We did the old lunch table beat.
It's a dope joint.
You know, yeah, I'll let you hear it.
It's a dope joint.
But that, you know, that was another thing that gave me a love-hate relationship with the industry. You know, just situations like that, bro. And it's like, because that situation could have got me more and more and more production gigs, whatever. So again, that kind of put like a bad taste in my mouth, whatever. But that was no reflection on Smooth B. Shout out Smooth. That's my man. That's my brother. So
we're gonna talk about some love joints and some joints when your work that you put in.
Mm-hmm.
And with this hip hop game, it took you to a lot of cities, a lot of countries.
Japan.
Japan. I keep hearing about Japan in hip hop. It runs like,
crazy.
You know, like that's really what it is. Where am I at right here with it? Right here, we in Japan.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about Japan.
Yeah. So that's Greg Nice. It's me, DJ Demo, Smooth B. My dude Marcus from Japan. He live in Japan. He a promoter out there, and that's the lawyer they always take with them. Used to take with them back in the day.
Okay.
Owen. His name is Owen.
Was this your favorite city or favorite country you ever been to?
Yeah, man.
Why
That's
so?
the first, because one, it was my Virgin flight. Your
first flight was to Japan?
Bruh, and it was straight. It wasn't no
How many
layout.
hours? 14?
14 hours straight. And I'm gonna keep it 100. I was a little biatch on that flight. Yo, the stewardess, the attendants was like, calm down, Mr. Bradley. I was like, yo, what was that boat? Who was this? Yo, I was freaking out on that
You was
flight.
just about to slap Diddy, now you crying on the flight.
That was yeah, it was my first flight.
No, you can't play with the plane.
First flight. But they gave me so much love. I can't tell you the groupie stories. The groupie story about
you can't.
I can't.
It's nobody watching.
Yeah, okay.
No,
all right. Trust me. Yeah, all right.
But it's a lot of love that they give to
it's a lot
hip
of
hop
love.
artists.
It's a lot of love they give to men of color.
Okay.
And if you in the industry, let me just say that. But I had a great time in Japan.
Do you suggest that everyone takes a trip to
every
Japan?
male?
Every male.
Mm-hmm.
No more DR, y'all.
You think I'm playing?
No, I believe you. I totally believe you.
But on a serious note, they got so much love and respect for our culture out in Japan, that it's like they know the history way more than we do. So you think you know history about hip hop, and you know history about hip hop and R&B music and all that. Japan is way ahead of the game.
I go toe to toe with my boy June. June is like a cousin of mine. He's from Japan, and we'll have sessions where he's just playing break beats. and I have to guess which sample in what song and put it together. Like he loves the hip hop culture. Like it's just a part of him.
The game is real.
The game is definitely real. You got me wanting to go to Japan. Now, one thing we got going,
and I performed with Smooth B on the stage in Japan, so they included me in their concert.
I'm just thinking about the show when Wu-Tang was in Tokyo. I was watching that the other day. I hear this word a lot. Culture vulture, or phrase, culture vulture, and it usually comes up when we're talking about white people and dealing with hip hop. White people been around forever, ever since who's with Run DMC? BC Boys? Not before the BC Boys. Who I'm talking about? LL Cool J gave the demo to. That's what happens. Rick Rubin.
Right.
Let's go back to Rick Rubin. Going back to the beginning of everything. Thank you.
Right.
I got my sweet dream in the cup. You know, that's why y'all here. So we talk about Rick Rubin. We talk about Yo MTV Rap started. I forgot his name. I think it was Todd something. He passed away. Who actually started Yo MTV Raps. It was a white guy behind it. Vlad TV. I'm a big fan of Vlad TV. Puts a lot of content out there. I know I'm a fan. We're all fans of Eminem, and he has Shade 45,
right? And
he has a lot of people from Sway and other people, right, in there. How do you feel about when they talk about, okay, if a white person is in hip hop, they're culture vultures because they're not, quote unquote, a part of the
y'all
culture?
Want the real?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You sure you want the real?
That's why I asked you.
Okay. So here's how I feel about all this. All right, so we talk about stolen art forms, right? Hip hop is a stolen art form, right? But listen. So when we started sampling other people's music and the whole nine, and that's part of what made hip hop as popular as it is, right? So back to Sugar Hill Gang and all of that, we took somebody else's music and we added a little something to it and whatever. So I hate when people talk about like people stealing and this is okay, like hip hop, okay, hip hop is some thievery too, because we stealing music or whatever, we rhyming over it, whatever the case may be. So the whole DJing art form and everything like that, you taking somebody else's record, you scratching it up, whatever,
sampling.
So I don't like to get into that whole culture vulture this whatever like that, because hip hop would not be our music. I'm gonna get in trouble, bro. But
I need this from.
But listen, man. Listen. So you look at the Jewish cast that's been involved with our music for years, right? From Ray Charles to James Brown to this, whatever like that. Okay. If it wasn't for the Jews' business acumen, because all we wanted to do was create and make music, but we didn't have the business acumen and we didn't have the power to take our music to the next level. So yeah, but see that's the whole thing. We didn't have the power. But it took a certain business acumen and certain connections, whatever. So the Jews have been instrumental in the black culture as far as when it comes to music, and making it music that we all know and listen to today. And the Jews, much as we want to go deny this and deny that, because the Jews had the power to get it on the radio station, right? And in certain Caucasians, the Jews had the power to take it from your local station to worldwide, to make it worldwide. The Jews had the power with the distribution plants, the manufacturing plants back then, whatever. They had the real strength. So when they signing us to their label and giving us a penny per unit, back then giving us a penny or a half cent, we had to rock with it. Now, here's the flip side. When we started learning the business about what publishing is, right, and what licensing is and all of this, because, when you have somebody like Ray Charles and James Brown that say, no, I'm going to control my own masters. So everybody thought Prince was the first one to rock that move. It wasn't Prince. Ray Charles was like, oh, okay, I'm about to leave this label on with. You want me to sign with you? You want me to sign to ABC? Then I want to own the masters. What are you talking about? Whatever like that. He said, no, I'm serious. I'm going on the Masters.
Yeah.
And I'll rock with y'all. So he learned the business. He learned the business side of it, whatever. And this is what I'm saying. Like, so when we say culture vultures, whatever, are they really culture vultures?
Because they learned the business?
Yeah.
Do you think so though? But see, because no, but see, we got to get to a point where we realize, and this is no matter how much. Let me tell you, bro, I'm just as the next one. But at the end of the day, we both need each other.
I think so.
And see, we both need each other. And especially at that time. And now we're a little bit more in control of what we do, whatever,
with technology
and everything like that. But back then, we really needed each other. You know, we had the talent. They had the business acumen.
They had the relationships.
They had, but they had the business acumen to be able to take it to whereas we couldn't see it. So when you got people that country folk like BB King and Muddy Waters and all these cats, whatever, that just all they want to do is plug and do their music. Play. That's it.
No, I mean I get it. Somebody sees more into it.
Yeah.
But I do feel like they were being taken advantage of.
I mean, it's part of the game.
But listen, to this day,
it's like Monopoly.
But to this day, we being taken advantage of. That's until we take control, until we take ownership, until we start supporting our own. We always gonna get taken advantage of. But they knew how to take it to that next level. But the thing is, what I always learn is think like your enemy. So once we see what they're doing, then we learn, okay, so this is how you getting paid all this money from me. Let me watch how you doing this. Let me watch. And then once we get it, so we gotta be used, and then we gotta use at the same time when it comes to this entertainment industry.
You just gotta hope that you're around long enough to be able to use someone.
Absolutely.
And that's the problem. You take the life and the youth and the energy out of somebody, and you're pretty much just stripping them of their powers. And then once you're done with them, once that muse is gone, you go take the next person.
Yeah.
I mean, the game is the game, but I do have a problem with it.
Yeah, but listen, we have a problem with it, but the whole thing is when we have problems with something, we got to find solutions, right? So what's the solution? The solution is to empower ourselves, right? Mm-hmm. But the reason why a lot of us can't empower ourselves because you're looking down on me, I'm looking down on you. You're not supporting me, I'm not supporting you, or whatever. And they, on the other hand, is just thinking about, and they don't care. All the little things we get caught up and got little hang-ups over, they don't care about none of that. They just trying to, how we gonna make this next dollar? Our people, while they struggling to support each other, our people love their music. So forget what they trying to do over here. You know, we know they're gonna rock. We're gonna rock their music over in Germany, over in different parts of the United States, over in different parts here, whatever like that. While they struggling to support each other, we're gonna make money off of this because our people supporting their music. You feel me?
Well,
so they get to a point to where they don't need us to support the music. They just need us to make the music. They need us to bring in the content.
They love the one-hit wonders out there.
Yeah.
They love them.
Yeah.
Because you only gonna be in there for a short time. We gonna make millions and millions off of you.
Yes.
Longer than you were relevant.
Yes. We got to get to a point to where we realize we killing ourselves, bro. You know, and a lot of us, you know, we mean mugging each other. We not supporting each other. This man's trying to come up with this business. You trying to sell this. You trying to do this, whatever like that. We ain't rocking with each other like that. You know, and it's sad to say, listen, and this is real talk. Even with BKS, bro, it's like right now, like I'm making some other moves for the station in its entirety, but I realize that I have to talk to them to take it here. So whether this person gets salty about the, oh man, you gonna rock with the white man, you gonna do this? No. You don't understand. It's about growth. And because when I asked if you watched their show, what you tell me? You said, no, I didn't watch the Beards and Baldheads show. Did you catch my show? No, I didn't catch your show. And shut the hell up. Why you worried about, you know what I'm saying, like who I'm going to get to support it? Because they're looking at it.
But you get Norm. You need to. Mm-hmm. Everyone telling you what you need to do. but they didn't put in.
And I know, and I know already. And see, but see, the thing is, because what people don't realize is that I'm gonna say this without sounding egotistic or arrogant. This is the most important platform y'all got, and y'all don't realize it because people don't really realize it. You don't see the strength in it, right? So when I get a call from a Jewish guy last week, it's like, I want to talk to you about this and this and that because we're on the back end and we see this and this and that, and your perception is good, and you've done this and you've done that, and blah blah blah. We know you guys did city contracts and did concerts and blah blah blah. When I see they get it and we don't, bro, I got a problem with that. Like, I get upset. I'm like, are you stupid? This is right in your own hometown. You don't see what you could do with this, right? Y'all don't get it.
Talk about it.
Y'all don't see the business behind this, man, bro. And it's like it's bigger than what you think. You think you should worry about, boom, on your personal Facebook page that maybe 2 or 3 people's listening? When I get a call that says, yo, I heard the show y'all did last week or blah, 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 blah from Cali, and they offer us a TV platform for whatever because they see the content. People respect the content. That's the key word. It's the content. It's not the production. It's not this. They respect the content. So what is your show talking about? What is the direction in your show going? What are y'all speaking about? Who y'all trying to reach? What is the demographic? These are different business things that people don't understand. So when I see X, Y, and Z pop up with an online radio station, whatever like that, do y'all have the business behind y'all stuff? That's why when people talk about all this competition or we're better than this or we could do this, we're better than that. Okay, well, all right, y'all got city contracts. Do y'all got X, Y, and Z behind y'all? Do y'all got X amount of years behind y'all? Do y'all got this perception, this interview, this? Don't come to me with that. I don't care about none of that because I'm that dude that will help you get your shit off too.
Absolutely.
I'm that dude that will help a Rebel Squad radio if I could, or help a Time to Grind, or help or whatever like that. I'm that dude. Like I'm that dude that, because I don't get caught up into all of that. There's no hater running through my veins at all. And when I see people with their little hating and little remarks or whatever like that, I'm like, bruh, you have no fucking clue. How the fuck do you think I pay my mortgage and still survive and whatever like that? Because I have a system and I have a team that believes in me, and we believe in each other, and we rock out with each other. We do what we got to do to make it happen.
Well, I think the biggest thing is sacrifice. You have to.
Key word.
So I mean, people have to be willing, and I mean, I could just look at it from a playing field aspect. Shout outs to all my Latinos and everybody that's here. So they're a higher demographic than we are at this point, and they come over here and they live together, and they let everybody stay in the same house. It may not be comfortable, but they're sacrificing, and one by one, once that person gets on their feet, the next person comes in. And so we don't have that mind state. Now I think the reason for that is because we haven't determined who we are. So all this bickering and stuff is when you say Jews, that's an identity. When you say whether Hispanic, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm this, that's an identity. I'm El Salvadorian. And so we could figure that out. We will never be on the same page. So when I can reach back to this country or this state, or all my people are here, and I can reach back and we have these money and we have these funds allocated and all this support. We don't have that. So it starts there.
T, I'm a because you brought up a great point, T. What's even harder is just to have somebody rock with your dream. We've been rocking forever. D is family. So if I call Dion for something and he's right, he will do it if he can. If he physically can, because I know his heart is always there. You've been here since day one. You've been here. How many day ones ago as far as supporting movements, whether it be myself, whether it be Ron J, but that is you. I can't get too many yous. I get you, I get Jay. Jock was rocking when he was rocking. When G could come around, but it's hard to get someone consistently to support you. Consistently.
Well, you need to have like-minded people around
That's
you.
Hard. That's hard.
Like I do music. None of my friends do music. That's not going to really work for me.
That's a good point. But when you want to have your friends, you want to have your family, you want to have your day one, that is a hard thing to get. That's why I appreciate it. You already got your birthday gift. His birthday coming up like in, what, 3 days?
Yeah, that's real.
But it's hard to get. So when we say, our people support, that's the hardest part.
But
the easier part is to hate.
See, let me get biblical, and then I'm gonna get off of this, right? Because I know everybody believe in different things. I'm gonna get biblical real quick, right?
No, so I'm not going there.
No, and I don't want you to. So if you do know anything about the Bible, and I'm gonna be in and be out with this,
no doubt.
But if you know anything, right? So Jesus, right? So Jesus of Nazareth, right? Jesus of Nazareth.
I see where you're going with
in the whole thing. So my whole thing is like, I'm from Plainfield, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? Jesus wasn't loved in his own city. They hated him. His own people thought he was crazy. They hated him. They mocked him. All of that. So the miracles he performed wasn't in his own city. He performed miracles in other cities and other places and everything where they looked at him as, oh my God, this great man, this magnificent man. And other towns loved him. He was loved everywhere else except in his own town, bro. Yes. So my thing is, if that was happening back then, who are you? Who am I to think that's going to change now?
It's not.
So my thing is, you have to gravitate to where you get the love. Same thing. That's just being Christ-like. He gravitated to where he got the love, and that's what I do. Wherever I receive the love, whether it be, it's not everybody in Plainfield, but if I get the love from people in Plainfield, if I get the love from certain people in certain towns in Jersey, whatever like that, a lot of places we go, we get a lot of love, and then you're going to get the hate. But at the same time it shouldn't stop you from moving forward with your vision, because this is everybody that then made it in that successful story. They come back to their hometown. They like, look at Jaheim, bro.
I had a point today.
Look at Jaheim. They ain't rocking with him in Brunswick.
One of my questions was crossing that bridge. That's I write like a rapper when I put my stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Crossing that bridge.
Mm-hmm.
When I mean crossing that bridge, I'm talking about that Highland, that GW, that Lincoln, because everything starts in New York City, and it's the hardest market to crash into. You had to cross that bridge at one point when it came to the music and came to the industry. How was it when you crossed that bridge and you had to put your foot in that soil when you're rocking with the people like Bobby Brown, when you're rocking with people like Smooth B, when you're rocking with MOP, and you're coming from right here where you got this hate going on right here, but then you was like, I'm gonna cross this bridge and I'm gonna deal with all these MCs and talents and everybody on that over there on that side of New York. How hard was that, and how much did it mean to get that approval?
Oh, got a lot of love in New York.
More when you're around the like mind.
I got a lot of love in New York. I got a lot of love in Cali, bro. I got a lot of love in Miami. I got a lot of love in ATL. We've been all over. I got a lot of love in Detroit. Cats from Detroit.
They just flew you out there.
Come on, bro. It's like, but the whole thing is not to say that you don't get the love from Plainfield, but Plainfield is always going to see you as, that's just Jason.
Yeah.
That's just TJ.
No, I believe that firmly. Like,
yeah,
you know me, and because you know me, you only see what you know. Like, but you don't really know me. You just saw me around. Just to kind of say this, I would have been played Gil Scott Heron, "Home Is Where the Hate Is." That's where my mind was just at the moment. Just to kind of go back to the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah, that's real talk. Yeah, I'm loving dude just for even bringing up Gil Scott Heron and the fact that he knew that song and all that. See, I look like I feed off of that, bro. And it's like, and a lot of times, and I'm mad. Keep it 100. I'm mad humble. So like, this is the first time. This is something different for me to really talk about me. You know, because you asked some questions about me, and again, like the whole company, Best Kept Secrets, is like, my thing is, I've been helped by a lot of people, but I've helped just about the same amount of people too. That, and there's some that will say thank you and God bless you, and there's some after you help them that'll be like, F you, thanks for helping me, I'm off and running. So I see both sides of the spectrum, But at this point in my life now, and at my age in my life now, I've learned so much and I acquired so much knowledge and built so many good relationships, right? That the hate has become an asset. Let me say that again.
Talk about it.
The hate has become an asset. I welcome it. I don't care no more because I see what I've created, and I've seen the people that matter rock out with the vision, and they rock with the vision. So like, it's beyond any oh, I'm competing this like that. I've never seen myself as compete. I have to compete with anybody and whatever. I'm in my own lane, you know, and like I'm in my own lane as far as what I do. And it's like if my man right here, and you know, say, yo, Norm, you know, could you help me? Blah 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 blah. I'll give you the blueprint. There's one Jason, there's one TJ, there's one you, there's one me, bro. I give you the blueprint. You still can't beat me. You can give me the blueprint to you and this and this and that. I still can't be you. And that's what people got to realize.
I saw this interview with LL. And LL is probably the GOAT as far as just coming from rap and doing it to other parts of entertainment for so long. And he said, well, how do you feel about competition? And he said, I don't feel like I have any competition because it's only going to be one LL. And I'm the only LL that I have to be.
He's right.
So I don't care about what anybody else is doing. I guarantee there can't be another LL Cool J.
He's right. And the thing about it, people don't realize, like, people that walk through these doors, they're like, yo, this is a one-stop for you, bro. You could create a record here. You could be a radio host here. You could be an engineer here. You could be a video editor here. We have everything here, right? It's really a one-stop. But people don't take the time to learn and learn the history about us, that we also had contracts nationally with the YWCAs across the country, right? We did a whole domestic violence awareness movement, and we were signed to the national YWCAs across the country, not the local, but the corporate, right? So we had contracts with them, whatever. We did an album. I produced the album. On our album, Mary J, Layla Hathaway. You feel me? And it's like, and we had names like that. Mary's sister came on it because she's a writer and singer, LaTanya Blige, and it's like it just was. We did so much stuff that I'm so proud of the team and the organization that people don't even know. They don't know why, because unless this was on Park Avenue in New York, the same building, whatever like that, then you don't respect it. But we had choices to move. We could have moved to New York. We could move to wherever like that. I chose to stay in Plainfield for a reason, because people and the young cats come through here need to see this, bro. I used to give DJ lessons for little kids, whatever like that. The mothers used to hit me up and be like, "No, can you teach my son how to DJ? I'm trying to keep him off the street." I give him lessons for free. Didn't charge him or nothing like that, because it's a bigger picture of what we doing here.
Bigger picture.
And people don't get it. And people don't get it. And people got to realize anything you do on the internet stays on the internet forever, right? Absolutely. So my whole thing is, who has the biggest appeal to advertisers? Online content creators has the biggest appeal to advertisers, because they know I can come to you. If I got a store, Beers and Baldheads, can you talk about my store, my shop? Yeah. How much you gonna charge me? $250. They getting a gold mine, because you know why? It stays on the net forever. So it stays on YouTube and this forever. So anytime somebody click on that just to go back and watch 2 years later, right? They only gave you $250, but the value was more to them.
We're going to talk about something I seen a few years before.
Okay.
When I probably first saw you and I'm looking online, I'm like, let me see what this BKS1 radio is about. And it was this right here.
They say Reminisce was your greatest track, song ever. What do you say?
I say they're not too far from the truth. And I made that song out of grief, man. You know, a friend of mine passed away, and Trouble T. Roy, shout out to his family. And my cousin Heavy D passed away, R.I.P. It's just like, still can't believe it, you know, still in shock about it. And it's a big loss to hip-hop. And not only to us as a family, but to hip-hop in general. He's he was the one that took me under his wing, you know, took my hand in the dark and said, come on, you know, like, you're not going to find too many people like that, especially in the music business.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So,
absolutely. They say, reminisce.
My fault. And I know we're gonna have to wrap up soon, but damn, like I'm just having fun, and I felt you need to get this out.
I'm here. I'll close. I'll close out.
No, we ain't gotta close this yet.
I'm good. I'm here. Soup's here.
So yeah,
we good.
Now we talking about you interviewing.
We
got some people like that was Pete Rock, the legendary Pete Rock.
Okay.
We got Jamie Foxx. What else we got over here? We got. You got. I saw Hey, who else did I see? I saw you with Melissa Ford and another pretty young lady over here. Who was the other one? I can't think the name. You had so many different guests. As out of all these guests, who was one of your favorite that you interviewed?
Dick Gregory.
That's what I'm thinking about. Dick Gregory. What made that so special with Dick Gregory?
One, because he's a legend, and just the knowledge that man possessed, you know, and just the things that he's seen. And just to be able to sit down and talk to him about the things he's seen, and you know, and when you say Dick Gregory, you're talking about a civil rights activist, you're talking about a humanitarian, you're talking about a comedian, you're talking about a nutritionist, and a lot of people don't know that part about him. You're talking about a man that
they know that from House Party. About to drink this Dick Gregory, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, one thing that was key during the interview. When I sat down and talked to Dick Gregory, and it's funny because his people tried to cut the interview short because he's like, oh, we got to go, we got to run and do this. He's like, nope. He said, I want to talk to this brother right here. And technically the interview went longer than what it was. But one thing he said, let me tell you one thing about our people. He said the biggest problem with black people, with African Americans, is that they don't do their research. They speak and they do things without doing their research. He said they've thrived too much off of emotions instead of facts.
Word.
So when I heard that from this great man, and he said that, I said, you know, this is true. This is true. He was like, people was trying to tell me, like people didn't understand about research. So people were saying how breastfeeding was so wrong and bad, whatever like that. So he said, I spent millions of dollars in research on breastfeeding. He was like, do you know that? Do you know that why a baby is sucking on one breast to eat and get nutrition, the other side is leaking out the toxins and the poison?
God is an architect.
Yes. Yeah, and people didn't realize that. And when this man said that, I was like, oh, my God. He said that came from us putting money into research. People don't know that Dick Gregory could have been one of the first black presidents. But that time in that environment, it was so cutthroat in how they did elections, and it was so grimy how they did us when we ran for something, that he actually was winning in a certain point, and then they shut it down. And you can play the clip. I got the clip up there. It's a short clip.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary activist, comedian, actor, humanitarian, Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you.
Now, you ran for president yourself. A lot of people don't know that. Back in, I think it was 68?
Yeah.
Back in 68. From what I understand, you actually got, or was that a mistake, like close to 9 million votes in Pennsylvania or somewhere?
That was Pennsylvania, but that's how they trick elections. That was the only place I was on the ballot. I was on the right on. So they shut all the voting tallies down because at 9 o'clock they predicted that Dick Gregory was president-elect because I had 9 million votes in Pennsylvania. That's how they do elections. Huh? No paper, but one paper ran. I'll show it to you before we get out of here. It's a Wall Street Journal.
Wow.
That Friday. It's a game they play, man.
BKS1 Radio.
When I was like 18.
Yo, man.
Yeah. Caller, the phone number is 646-233-1302 if you want to call back in. Go ahead, fam.
No, you got me speechless right now. Like, I'm sorry. Give me one. Damn, see, I don't like going to nothing negative after we
No, it don't matter.
What was that one interview you gave? And you like, damn, this person was whack as hell. I thought they was gonna be alright, then come to find out they was whack.
Interview wise, when they was whack,
or even
honestly, I'll say I don't care. El Varner.
Which one was that?
Refill. She was whack. Somebody else I met in this game. It wasn't too many people that was really whack. A lot of people showed love, but Tyson Beckford turned out to be a little. He's a little whack. No, he's whack. This first. Let me tell you something. I'm very professional when I'm out in the field. First person, we was actually gonna fight, fist fight.
You did tell me the Tyson story.
Tyson Beckford. No, just mad disrespectful, yo. You don't have to be disrespectful in no type of way. He was disrespectful to the girls. He's disrespectful to team, the camera person, the whole night. He was just mad disrespectful. But 3 weeks before that, he calling in to promote his gym product, his athletic product on my show. Whatever, like, yeah, thank you guys. So now we hook up at this NFL joint. That's when I met Melissa Ford. Okay. Melissa Ford, mad cool. Hope you get better, sweetie. Hope you heal fast. She was in a car accident and everything. Melissa Ford, mad cool. Claudia Jordan, they're mad cool. Al Varner on some Hollywood shit, whatever. And my thing is like I've done more than you, Al. Feel me? You sing. You had a hit or two, whatever, like that. Like nobody really checking for you like that. So my thing is I vibe off of energy, and people don't realize like it's just as quick as you climb up, you can fall down just that fast. And so when I see people like that, I'm just like, damn. But yeah, Tyson Beckford, bad taste. El Varner, she need to work on her skills a little bit, people skills a little bit, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Before I used to say Paula J. Parker before I actually interviewed her.
My cousin, he was one of the dudes in the bed in Friday with the sheet over. That was, who Paula J. Parker is, right? You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm messing with you.
Yeah, Paula J. Parker. You ain't got the lie, Craig. Yeah. You ain't got the lie. So I recently just interviewed her in a matter of weeks ago, right, on the air, and she called in because she's in a new play, whatever like that. She's a beautiful person. I realized she went through a lot, whatever. But me and Trish met her in the essence, the beginning stages of her career, and it's the first time I met John Singleton, and she was just on some real Hollywood-ish, some little foul-ish. So Trish and her had some words, but
she don't know that you a thespian.
Yeah.
She don't know nothing about this.
Oh wow.
We're gonna be done in 10 minutes, y'all. Hold up.
So
for me,
okay.
So they don't know about your acting. Let's talk about that.
All right. So that's,
and you were just in the play.
This Helen Mills Theater is a theater in New York, off Broadway. Theater in New York, whatever. I performed. I was in a play called The Which Way Show. I had to do 2 shows back to back. That was my first time on a stage acting, whatever. And people came out. I had to do back to back shows, and that was my first. I was thrown into the pit, and it worked out great. And I caught the acting bug after that. And yeah.
And you were just in the last one. In Plainfield, what was the name of that?
Final Deceit.
How'd that go?
That's up there too. Yeah.
There we go.
Final Deceit. That was a play recently written by and directed by Juanita Karen Hartz Towns. Great experience, a great turnout. It was received very well from everybody. There's going to be a part 2, so I'll be back for a part 2. Same character that. But before that, the film crew UPN 9 had a show called The Comeback Kings. And I had a lot of the old school.
I think this one right here.
Yeah.
America's Top 20 Countdown. This your man Norman Seacrest. My guest today are about to have the #1 song in the country. Acting Up. Legends in the rap game. My group, ENT. Got Chrissy Monroe. I'm saying. I can't forget the beautiful, sexy, talented Chrissy Monroe. I can go on. Look, y'all got the #1 song in the country. #1 song. What's next for ENT? All right, check this out, right? We're about to go.
And they came here and shot. And everything like that. And that ran for a little bit. And then the TLC network came here and did Extreme Time Savers. That clip right there.
This is radio. They cannot see me. Therefore, I can answer emails. I can get my eyebrows waxed. Why not go full Brazilian?
Is she really doing this?
Ah!
Wow.
One of the places where I like to multitask is at the radio station, where I co-host a sports radio show. As a multitasker, my brain is just wired different.
Working with Veronica is like working with the queen of multitasking, the queen.
It's kind of weird, but we can't really complain because when she goes on the air, she's good. Coach V is good. She actually schedules appointments during the live show. Stuff like getting her eyebrows done, getting her nails done. I mean, come on, who does that? Woo! Coach V is getting a wax during a live show. I mean, if I could stop it, I would, but it's live on air.
We used to her doing multiple things, multitasking, but tonight was definitely the next level.
I got one more question before you sign this off and
Okay.
say whatever else you gotta say.
Okay.
One, going through all of this with the industry and from all the women that you met and through this you found a beautiful wife who supports you and has your back and is a great woman. This is what I don't hear. A Me Too against Norm. You have such respect for women. You have to deal with women and work with women. What holds you? Why do you have such morals?
You know why? Because I got a mother and I got aunts and I got female cousins and whatever like that. So like, I treat people how I want my aunts and mothers to be treated, the whole nine. So when it comes to the females, whatever, let me tell you something, bro. I've worked with a lot of beautiful women, I've been around my crushes. I got a chance to, like me and my wife, so I could talk about, like, I had a crush on Garcelle Bouveau for a minute. And so when I met Garcelle, whatever, she showed me so much love. And then even after the fact, we kept in contact on Twitter, tweeting each other back and forth and saying that, just mad cool people. But my whole thing is one thing I learned is that it's the thirsty guy that don't get what he want anyway. It's the guy that just chilling in the back saying, hey, could I help you with something? You good? Whatever. That's not giving them the attention. That's the ones that's noticed. So I just never been that thirsty dude, and I'm not beat for it. And I've seen so many horror stories in this industry when it comes to the casting couch and females, whatever. It's like, I'm not trying to be that dude. So no female could come and be like, oh, he disrespected me, he did this, he did that, whatever. Because they can't like that. I'll be the first one to be like, yo, you lying your ass off. And I never had to do that. Now I've been the opposite dude. And and I'm not the handsome dude, I'm not the pretty boy or whatever like that, but I've been the one that's been approached in this, and I'm like, no thank you, I'm good. Here, you can have the I'm
you
good.
got the power, you got the station.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like it's just that don't motivate me.
No doubt.
So I'll end that like that. That doesn't impress me, it don't motivate me.
What motivates you to keep going?
This is what motivates me to keep going. The other day, and I'll show it to you. It's funny, I should have just gave it to you. I got an email from a listener. Never met this listener before. Caucasian male. I think he lives in upstate New York. Is a caller.
This other day when I was here?
His name is Mike.
On that Sunday.
This brother listened to the show. He called into the show, and he said something deep. He was like, look, I just, what I hope, that happens is that, African Americans, white people, all of us can eventually find a way to realize we all in this together and just to get along and try to work with each other and find a solution. He was like, I hate what's going on in America and how y'all been treated for years. It's so wrong. But I listened to y'all show and I learned so much about y'all as a people. And I realized everything that's been done against y'all. And he said, I'm sorry. I apologize for anybody that looks like me. I apologize for them. And when he said that, I said, this is why I do this. We did a show about suicide. And the caller called into the show after he listened to the show. He was listening to the show, and towards the end, he said, I was really thinking about some things and doing some things to myself. And then I listened to the show, and I hear y'all talk about life, whatever. And he's like, I just want to live. And this happened on one of our shows. And I said, this is why I do this, because you never know who's listening. You never know. We're on multiple platforms. So people could be listening on Twitter, Periscope. People could be listening on the website. People could be listening on Facebook. People could listen on the TuneIn app. There's so many people that listen on the app that we don't even know. and never touch, you don't know who's listening. And so you never know who you might touch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is why I keep doing this. Every day, I'm finding out somebody got something different from what we said, and it helped them. This is why I do this, bro. And you can't do this. You don't. This what we do here. Charlemagne can't duplicate this on the Breakfast Club because they got so many rules and stipulations and guidelines. And this you can't do this, you can't do that, whatever. You know, so many things they got to follow. We set our own pace here. You know, like we run this station, we set the guidelines of how it goes. So like we can reach out really to the real people, where they can't. And this is why I do this platform. This is why I've been doing it.
Yeah. No, we could talk all night.
Yeah, I see.
We can.
We didn't went past. I know you was late today, but we went past the time.
And I was super late because you know what? I just wanted to make sure I had everything to show my respect and love. I know you love the punch. I'm like, y'all gotta make sure I got this punch.
The punch is rocking.
But when I first came out here, I had this punch. I know Norm loved it. I'm like, let me make sure I get this right. I'm like, Trish, I had to make sure I bless Trish and because the love that y'all give. You know, I appreciate y'all. And I feel like you just have a story that everyone, they needed to hear. I felt like you needed to get it out. I build with you all the time, and I'm like, damn, he got a lot that we don't know.
Yeah, that's half
you know, and I look at it. I told you, I look at you a different way. You know, I'm like, I'm next to somebody. There's other people. Some know, some don't. And if I got a platform and I can honor and respect the man who gave me a platform right here that other people watch and they like having fun with the Beards and Baldheads show, man, I just want to salute you and honor you and pick your brain a little bit. And when I spoke to you the other day, I'm like, what's up, Norm? When you gonna let me? And we could still keep going, but I know we got to end it up. But this ain't gonna be the last one. I respect you so much and thank you for everybody who didn't say thank you any other time. I say thank you and we salute you.
Oh, no doubt. Salute, man. I appreciate everybody, man. Everybody in this room. Salute.
So I gotta say, like we tell all the other people. So give me your IG and all that. So if anybody wants to watch, give a shout out.
At DJ Storm Norm BKS on IG. My government Facebook is Norman E. Bradley. On Twitter, it's at Storm Norm BKS1.
And what shows can they see?
You can check me out tomorrow morning on the Man Cave Morning Show. That's every day. That's 5 days a week in the mornings, and you can check me out Thursday on the Storm Morning Show. But tomorrow is going to be the Owl Show too. That's 7 to 8:30 p.m. That's with Toya and Queen B. And then Wednesday live in the Cipher. Thursday Storm Morning Show. We got some new shows too. Y'all know Beards and Baldheads is every Monday night. 9 to 10:30 p.m. And then we got some new shows. We got a few new shows for the new year. So popping. We got a show every day. Also, we got the Writers Rumble show. Grammy nominated, 3 Grammy nominated songwriters. They do a show every Saturday. And it's always the first of the month every Saturday. They do a show right here, the Writers Rumble. They wrote for some of the biggest names in the business, and they here every Saturday.
Thank you. Once again, shout out to all my barbers.
Oh, Pam. I'm sorry, Pam show.
Shout them out.
My bad. Pam show Sundays. I'm sorry, it's late. Sundays from 7 to 9 p.m. is Pam of Total. She does a show called The Pam's World, and she's here every Sunday.
For those who kept watching and rocking, I salute y'all. How I get to the main. Shout out to all my barbers. Shout out to all my stylists. Shout out to TJ, True Lies. Make sure y'all check them. Get those pictures done if y'all need for the holiday time. Shout out to give a shout out to them right there.
Yeah, that I'm trying to think. That's Kendra, Shiny's Hair Gallery.
Shout out to y'all.
Get Snatched, Bo. I can't remember the name of Bo.
Premier Cuts. Shout out to y'all.
They had an amazing turnout with a holiday gift giveaway or toy drive for the children on this past Sunday. I was honored to do the photography, and I mean it was a great turnout. A lot of Black and Latino kids together. It was beautiful.
Plainfield, stand up.
Shout out to 3H Barbers too. 3H.
Shout out to y'all too. Thank y'all so much. This is the last show for the year. We're gonna catch y'all after the new year. Holla at you.